This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. The group made contact with the ice hunters. They were none too pleased to see strangers come to their lands. They tried to get the head smashers to leave, but to no avail. They eventually got the truth out of the ice hunters, finding out that they are hiding a secret deep down below the ice. The ice hunters didn't want the group around and challenged them to a duel. They got their strongest warrior to stand up, and to answer the call, not Hawk, but Pela took the challenge. The battle was fierce, and little Pela went toe-to-toe against the mighty Orca-Heart. Although small in stature, her martial prowess proved to be too much for the mighty warrior. Securing a safe spot on the iceberg and enduring a slight poisoning from the ice hunters, the group quickly realized the truth. The ice hunters were being held captive by Old White Death. They promised to free the ice hunters from the Old White Death by slaying the White Dragon. They dove deep into the iceberg, discovering an entire ice fortress. There they encountered trolls, kobolds, and various traps. It is there they found the Arcane Brotherhood's missing member, Macath. She supplied the adventurers with a couple of items to try and fight the dragon. Being well-armed and equipped with a plan, Tarek and the Head Smashers delved deep into the dungeon to try and face the Old White Death. They engaged in aerial combat with the Old White Death, and although Hawk was almost killed, it was Tiny Pela's martial prowess once more that delivered the death blow, granting her the title of Dragon Slayer. What will the group do now that they have a dead dragon and a whole whack of treasure under the ice? Find out this week's episode of the D&D Podcast. So, as we last left off, Pela has a new title.
Pela Dragon Slayer. Bum, bum, bum. It's good because I didn't have a last name, so now I have one.
So you guys fought Old White Death in his...
Is Old White dead?
Oh, nailed it.
I did. I nailed him with my fist.
You guys have slayed your first dragon, ironically.
He was pretty mean and pretty evil.
Yeah, he was pretty
And
ferocious.
he beat the shit out of Hawk.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He almost killed Hawk, which is quite a feat.
That's a feat. That's a lot of hit points.
Yeah, that's a lot of goddamn hit points.
It was a very Dragon Ball Z, like flying through 3D air fight.
That was pretty amazing,
yeah. You have felled an old dragon. You now have access to...
Alright, I can assume his body has crashed on the ground in front of us,
Yeah,
and we are still in his icy lair.
Yeah, it's still exceptionally cold. When his body fell, he put a giant crack in the ice and is actually kind of casting a shadow up from all the treasure hoard that's like locked in the ice below.
Pela flies down and alights on the nose of the dragon, and she just places a hand on its head.
You notice that it's kind of mushy where you caved in its skull.
I bashed him right in the base of the spine. But she just kind of reaches out with her key to confirm that it's dead, that this thing is like not moving, that it's not going to get back up.
This dragon has shuffled off its mortal coil.
All right, she looks up at, I guess Hawk is flying around. You guys are up off on
We're all hiding behind rocks.
Yeah. It's safe to come out now, guys.
Is it dead?
I'm pretty sure I killed it.
Yes!
Woo!
What a great story!
Flies around the ceiling, shooting off Eldritch Blast.
Terra casts his cantrip of prestidigitation and fireworks.
Everyone
just blow it off in the background.
Everyone give me a perception check. It's a basic 12.
I rolled a 12.
Yep.
Passive perception?
Which is like 16 total.
No active perception.
Perception plus your
10.
perception.
Yeah.
Plus my
Yeah,
perception.
my passive is 14.
Bonnet was distracted by all this hooting and hollering.
Oh, wow.
Not hear whatever's going on.
25.
Yeah, so everyone who has 12 or higher, you actually here's like almost like a small, like it's almost like a gang of children or like a very high-pitched scream begin to develop out, and you hear almost like this soft padded stampede. You actually see a couple of ropes begin to drop down from various holes, and you know it's just a swarm of kobolds come swarming down, and it looks like
we killed her god.
it looks like they've been driven into a frothy, frenzied rage as they just come streaming forward. We're going to roll initiative just for the sake of combat.
Well, let's establish where everybody is right
Yeah.
now. Pela is standing on the dragon.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, Hawk is bloody and slow. He is bloody slow.
So, are you still bloody?
I'm at 19 hit points.
Alright, well,
Whoa!
I can fix that.
Out of 90
Jesus, Hawk's guts are hanging out.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he froze them back in.
Well, you guys are celebrating. I'm bleeding quietly into the stone floor.
Oh, I rolled so
I guess
badly.
ice floor.
Yeah.
Ice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to remind you, Hawk,
Stony
but
ice.
you are on ice, so every time you
Icy
move
stone.
more than half your distance, you will.
He's
be,
flying.
I'm flying.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he's in the air, right? That's what I'm saying. Let's
Yeah.
establish where we are. I'm on the
Yeah.
dragon.
Okay, I'm gonna
Lucian's
get
in
this
the
map
air.
back up then.
Hawk is in the air. Vondel is way back behind that rock.
And
I was out in
No,
the
you
opening.
came out and jumped down. That's right.
Well, I didn't jump down. I'm still on the platform, but I'm
Okay.
out of cover.
And where's Terry?
Right. I'm there as well. I just jumped down from where me and Vondel were, and
Tarek was there too.
yeah, and Tarek was there too. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Well, let's jump into it right away then. Lucian, what'd you get?
7 and Skiz got 15.
Ooh,
Yeah.
not together for like one of the first two.
Yeah.
He was shooting out fireworks. He was distracted.
Hawk,
yeah.
what did
He's
you
like,
get?
wow, he's coming down
What did I
the
get?
way the kobolds came. Boss!
For my perceptions?
No, for your initiative.
Oh, 5.
5?
Whoa.
That's right.
Everybody rolled poorly. It seems. Unless
That's all right.
Hey, I got an excuse. I don't know about you guys.
You still
Vondel,
can get it. Still
You
get
got
advantage.
2.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Tarek.
7.
Damn.
Not last.
16.
Not last.
Pela immediately shifts into a fighting stance as everyone else is still realizing what's happening.
Who's got the higher dex? It looks like Tarek does.
I have 4. Yeah.
What is one? Lucian and I see a 4 years.
We're the same.
Oh.
Ah.
So what is it after that?
We both have 18, right?
I'll
Yeah.
say Tarek is odds. Lucian's evens.
Derek is odd.
Yeah, it's Tarek.
Sweet in character burn.
Ty goes to the Dragonborn.
It's true. Let the Dragonborn win.
Let the Dragonborn win.
Nobody ever lets half-elves win. It's because half-elves don't tear people's arms off when they lose.
Pela, you are first as you see through the multiple entrances to this cave.
All right, so how far away is this like swarm of kobolds?
There's, I'll say, Group A. Group A is about maybe 40 feet away from you, and Group B is probably about 80 to 100 because they're coming down at the back.
Okay, Pela flies out towards. I assume flight is still on. So
Yeah,
it's
we
in-
got it for 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah,
That
you're
fight
fine.
took
All right,
one,
so she flies forward, streaking towards
Yeah,
Group
so-
A, out of reach of their weapons. She's going to use a bonus action to command her magical rope to snake down and latch itself onto the biggest kobold she sees.
Yeah.
So she's looking for like a caster or a leader type.
There's no.
If they're all just like generic grunts, she just picks one at random
Yeah.
and yanks him up into the air. So I'll use about half. I guess I can use.
Say
Tell me how much distance I need. 'cause
Oh,
my-
you're fine for the rope. I'll just say make like a grapple attack, so it's a strength check versus one of their. Oh, sorry, it's
well, it's the rope making the. As I can just command it to entangle itself around something.
Yeah, but
right?
they're going to be dodging and avoiding. I'd say it's like a standard grapple attack though, but at range.
Well, it can't be based on my strength. It's a magical rope.
We can use your dex for it though.
Oh, well then
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Wait, where's my dude? Dex, yeah.
Wait, yeah.
Technically, it's
Thing I'm
be
good
an
at?
acrobatics check versus like an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Okay, we should actually look up the magic rope if it says what it's because obviously people must think of using it to entangle opponents.
I'd say just do like ranged grapple attacks with it is what I.
Okay,
Because it doesn't actually matter.
You still have to physically pull on it to,
Yeah,
true.
lift someone up or whatever.
Oop, that's you.
28.
That beats my 23.
Okay.
So you, so the rope goes around like the torso and stuff like that. Yeah. So you haul it up. You know, if there's like a little woof of snow and ice as he gets hauled up, and you see his eyes are almost completely white over, and he's in just a froth of frenzy. There's actually foam coming out. They almost look rabid.
Okay, so how much move do I still have left?
You went 40. We'll say, and your move is what 80, 90.
Well, no, my speed is 45.
Okay. So you got 5 feet. You got 5 feet of movement left.
Okay, so I'll haul him up, I guess 5 feet higher into the air, and I still have my action because that was my bonus to command the
The
rope.
grapple is an action. Let's
That
say
was
if you
my
want to
action?
speak
Okay,
or something like that. Then
My turn is over. Yeah.
all right. Skiz the imp. Good old cowardly Skiz.
Yeah. Well, Skiz is going to join Lucian. He was, as you may recall, he flew away when the dragon scared him.
Right,
so
right.
yeah, so when he heard the hooting and saw the kobolds running around in the upper chamber, he flew back down. So he's just going to like fly next to Lucian.
Done. Tarek the Bard.
All right, Tarek.
So you said you came down, so you're...
I'm pretty much like kind of right next to a Vondel.
Yeah.
They're up on this
I'm still
platform.
upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm still up on the.
They're up on the platform, yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
but
the
still
dragon
kind of-
fell around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere like that.
And you said like
So they're streaming in from here.
There's two entrances that they're coming in. One, the one you came in, and the one at the back.
Okay,
So
so
you notice
back
there's like
here.
kind of
We
like
came in through like the feeding pit.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
coming down
so
that
they're
way with
falling
ropes.
we
down
came through the
fast.
ceiling.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, how are they just like falling?
They
have ropes.
They have ropes,
Oh,
and
okay.
and you know
Right.
some of them are just like because they're in such a
Lemming
frenzy,
kobolds.
they're actually just like letting go halfway and then just landing and running.
Okay.
Wow.
Right.
Nimble little
okay.
bastards.
Is this a findable number of kobolds or an overwhelming number of kobolds?
It seems like a lot.
How does Hawk feel about it? You'd say there's probably about maybe 24 in total.
24.
That's pretty fightable.
Oh.
That's for us.
We could take 24
Yeah,
kobolds
I think
easily.
I might even still be in a. Am I still in a rage?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd say
Probably
you're
I'm still in a rage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the thing I was counting down for.
Well, then I'm obviously in a rage. I think
Tara,
we all know what happens next.
All right.
what are you doing?
You say the next 10 minutes.
I'm going to. Yeah. Okay. So I look
It's
over at
for 1
Vondel
minute.
and say Vondel, stay close, and I start playing my lute. And using the final surges of my staff of fire, I'm going to cast a wall of fire around me and Vondel.
Okay.
Pointing outwards?
Pointing outwards,
Yeah.
so that whenever anything comes within range, it'll start to get burned.
Roll me up your damage for that right away, just so
Yeah.
we can have it. Ready.
Brilliant idea.
And are you down to 0 charges, or have you gone?
That is
last
0
charge of the
charges.
staff,
So
yeah.
whenever I recharge it, I have to roll a d20. If I get a 1, it like the staff like
Explodes.
disintegrates.
But otherwise, you would like gain back
Yeah.
some type of
D6
charge.
plus 4.
Yeah, d6 plus 4.
Whoa.
It is. Let's see. Wall of fire is 5d8 fire damage. All right.
So you're making a box of fire,
Yeah.
basically?
Yeah, box of fire
he's
that we're
enclosed
inside.
them in fire, pointing outward.
How big is the space within that box?
It is.
Yeah, how much wall
He,
can
he has like 60 feet worth of walls, so he can probably.
So
ringed wall 20 feet in diameter.
Okay.
You can
Oh,
20
okay.
feet in diameter. So like all of us could fit in there,
Yeah.
Force,
and you can fly in from the top.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. So,
So roll me up your damage and just make it
yeah,
out of it.
Brilliant idea.
if anybody wants to lend me some more d8s,
Yes, I got
that'd be
2.
Awesome.
Always happy to lend a D8 to
The wall of fire.
I'll take some from everybody.
We all
It's a
helped.
team effort.
All right.
Great job, guys. Great
so
job.
as Tarek like furiously begins playing his lute like faster and faster, the metal sounds just echo in
Flames start jetting out. The
flames
neck,
start jetting out.
swirling around your head.
The staff like glows like brighter and brighter than you've ever seen it before, and it seems to like singe itself on the
Whoa.
outside because I'm definitely using the last use it has left
You
in
see,
it.
you see this awesome mix of color between the red light coming
Yeah.
off of the flame
With his
Green.
fireworks still going off above
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
With fireworks, yeah.
and the blue light coming up from the ice and the chromatic
Yeah.
of like the treasure buried in the ice. It's like this.
Yeah.
It's almost like a kaleidoscope of light.
Yeah, all the steam comes up from where like the flames are erupting and the wall is being created around us.
Nice.
And so
You actually notice that as the fire goes around, the ice doesn't get affected by the fire.
all right.
All right, let's see whose dice did the best.
Oh,
a
I
lot
got a
of
2.
One's down.
Dang.
6, 7.
God damn it, guys!
Okay, I rolled a 2. Okay, I'm doing my part.
9,
He's a D12 roller, not a D8 roller.
so it's 16, 18. 18
Still
fire
not bad.
damage.
Nothing to sneeze
What's,
at.
what's, what's my red die?
Red die was 3.
Oh, let's see.
Better than 2 losers.
Yeah, that was a low roll.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But still, 18 damage.
Cold die, I
nothing
gotta
to
blow on them.
Lucian, you are up.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm still concentrating on flight, so I'm out of spell slots, so my options are pretty limited here.
Wait, you have a crossbow.
Oh yeah, well I can
Blasts.
still cast Eldritch Blast.
Right, that's
so
a cantrip for you.
How long has it been since the start of the dragon fights right now?
I guess we had like a couple of moments
Actually,
to like breathe.
technically, the fight with the dragon lasted 7 rounds. So
So those kobolds were already on the way.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so they drop as soon as we kill the dragon. There's ropes dropping down and kobolds coming in.
Yeah, that's just the way it worked out.
So how many rounds do we have until a full minute is over, would you say?
Oh,
3
a full-
more, I guess, right? If you're
Well,
less than 7 rounds.
6 rounds was a full minute.
10 rounds is a full minute. Each round is 6 seconds.
Oh, right. So yeah, so you've got 3 more rounds until a full minute happens.
Okay, so you are still blessed, by the way.
I should have added that bless.
Okay.
Oh, Bless doesn't help on initiative stuff.
No, I mean to entangle that guy.
right.
That was an ability
Oh, well.
roll.
Well, you got it. Okay, so yeah, I think let's go back to back last stand style in the cage of fire.
Yeah.
I fly down in it and just start like And like I put my back to Tarek.
Yeah. Here we go.
If you shoot through the wall, it's going to give them 3/4 cover.
Oh, in that case, I won't do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I will, however, hover above the wall and still
Fire
blast
away.
out. That way, if
Okay.
I get hit and I fall, then I fall into a safer place.
Oh,
Yeah, you'll note that I'm not hovering above the flames.
Yeah.
I'm hovering above the
No, I get
wall.
Well, the heat is directed out anyway.
Yeah, so I hover over those guys and I shout down to Tarek, "Let's do this, Dragon Man!"
Nice.
Alright, so yeah, I'm just shooting 2 Eldritch Blasts at 2 different kobolds.
Have you ever
at
flown
random.
through the air and shut off both your wands going, ah?
Yeah, sideways. Alright, so this is at 2 different kobolds
Okay,
selected at random.
you're probably going to hit them.
Yeah. Oh, those are both awesome rolls. So that's 29 and 30.
You more than double their AC.
Yeah. And
Roll me damages.
that is a 7 and 13.
So you see 2 Eldritch Blasts just go rocketing down, and like as you see them coming up, you can see like as they come into the brighter light, one Eldritch Blast just hits a kobold, spins it around, and it drops down dead. And another one gets hit by such forceful impact that it actually does it spins it flips backwards into the rest of the crowd. But you notice they just trample over them nonstop.
Yeah, come get some, you little lizards!
All right, the kobolds are up. So you see the crowd at the back. You hear just this furious stampede moving forward, and the group that's closest to you guys at the fire, you notice that they have no care for their own safety at all. They jump up and try and clear over the fire.
Okay, it's
Wait. And as they jump up, you notice that 7 kobolds just incinerate themselves.
Oh, jeez.
As they
Whoa.
try to jump up and launch themselves through,
Right.
they just turn to ash and char. As they
I
just
did
see-
not expect you to actually come get some.
Everyone else feel like barbecue?
You're probably about 25 feet away from the kobold group at the bottom.
Okay, well, I'm in a rage, so I have no decision-making power right now. I'm blinded in a fury. So I
You're still
turn
hearing the blood song of Grumsh.
That's right, the drums are beating loud in Hawk's ears. And he turns his gaze on the kobolds, and then just Superman's down,
Done.
swinging his great axe at the first kobold he sees.
Swing away. Also, there's about 5 kobolds left in the group upstairs.
Okay, so let's see. Great axe, 1d12.
So yeah, they're mostly gone.
I'm going to see I'm predicting a lot of cleaves coming out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1d12 plus 8, here we go. Oh, d12.
D20 to roll.
Oh, yeah. Right.
You gotta attack first.
Jesus. I'm going to recklessly attack.
All right.
Okay, 18 plus...
Yeah, that's a hit.
No, yeah, okay.
I'm not going to lie. Unless,
Oh! 11 plus... was it
8, I think,
plus
right?
8? Yeah, so 19.
You slice through the first kobold. Probably didn't even realize he was
Sure,
dead.
you're a great
Yeah.
weapon master, so you gotta make a
Master
free
gets
attack.
triggered, they
Next
get a
guy.
free attack on the next guy.
Yep.
Oh, this is like made for him. And I'm recklessly attacking still.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's a hit. 19 plus 9.
Yep.
Okay.
So unless you roll lower than a 12, you're going to be hitting these guys.
Oh, that takes all the fun out of it. Oh, 8.
There you go. You slice through the next one.
Okay.
As you've turned 2 kobolds into technically 4 kobolds. four half kobolds. Yeah, 4 half kobolds.
I think that was like one stroke though. It was like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Just slice through 2 of them.
We'll still count these as your follow-up attacks.
Okay, and then this one he's gonna bring the axe over his head, and now he's gonna like try and go for the head of the third one.
Okay. By the way, I'm keeping track of your
Spiral.
kills on a D12.
Nice.
What's that operatic sound that goes?
Ave Maria's playing in the back.
Slow motion kobold tops are flipping. through the air.
19
Yeah.
Some dubs just come out of nowhere.
This kobold had dubs in him.
plus 9 plus.
8, he's dead.
8. Yeah, plus
Yep.
8, 17.
Actually, just 2 dead doves fall out of Hawk's armpit.
It keeps me warm at
How did
night.
they get in there?
You see, you
it
just
does.
chop
They
the
get
leg
it
off
from
one, and as
Jonathan.
it flies down, it just loses its balance. It falls down and crunches its neck.
Bah,
And it dies. Next, keep going.
Wait, so you chopped his leg
Well,
off?
that
and
was
he died of a
his
broken neck?
attack, his free attack, your second attack, so you have your third attack.
Yeah, your
now.
frenzy
Yes,
attack.
Frenzy
Frenzy-
attack.
your frenzy.
That's right, I'm still frenzied from the last rage.
Oh, is there not a limit on his cleave option?
No, there's only one.
Yeah, then there's only one. He
took
he
that.
had attack, then cleave, then extra attack, now frenzy attack.
But I had frenzy before. So, okay, so cut around. This one I'm going to go a little different, and I'm flying, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're in midair as you're slicing.
Oh yeah, you're
through
above them, so you still have advantage. You still have advantage regardless.
So I'm going to do a little like flip in the air. So I bring the stroke across like this. I flip up in the air with my legs upside down, and then I swing around upside down helicopter style to take the last head off.
The reverse helicopter.
18.
Yep.
All right. It's not even hard at this point. And then
12.
12.
A mere 12 points of damage.
You absolutely just mosh. You don't as much decapitate, just turn it into mush as the head comes flying off.
Okay, great.
As you look up, they're trying to grab and jump at you ravenously.
I'm going to hover at the end of my turn just inches above their grasping fingers and laugh.
Taunting them.
Upside, I'm going to bleed on them.
Ronald, you are up.
How far away would Hawk be at this point?
He's pretty far away, I think.
Yeah, so I probably can't hit him with anything.
No.
I'm
Except-
not really in
except
any
for-
danger here.
Except for spiteful glances.
Yeah, there's a couple guesses. I was going to throw a Sacred Flame at a nearby kobold.
Okay.
There's no
They're going to get a +2 to their AC. I'm pretty sure you're still going to hit them, though.
Actually,
you're
Sacred
not-
Flame ignores cover.
Oh, there you go. You're fine then. 'Cause it's
Also,
right-
you roll save DC.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's a 16.
Yeah, it's not a targeted attack.
Yeah, that is a hit.
Save versus.
Boop, boop. It does 8 damage.
Boom. You.
I like the idea that it ignores cover because it's literally flame coming from the heavens.
Yeah.
Striking down onto someone's head.
You incinerate another kobold as it's still trying.
14 hit points.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that actually.
I didn't realize that either.
Oh, sorry.
Physician, heal thyself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to heal myself next turn.
Are you sure? I can just bring you up to half.
Oh! That works too. Yeah, that works.
That's your bonus action?
No, not the bonus action. I could just take back my action.
Well, no, you exploded that kobold. That was pretty sweet.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
that was pretty sweet.
You're also in like a bonfire.
Yeah, he's safe.
He went to the next turn.
He's not in
Sure.
danger.
It's fine. We're not in any serious
Yeah, I
danger.
guess not.
Immediate danger at the moment.
So it's a
He
bonus
said
action.
at before.
Yeah,
he
don't
died.
say that.
He said before he died.
It's my last day before retirement. What could happen?
John here's that next. Oh, I should really ramp it up. They're not in
Yeah,
serious
chucking the
danger.
ceiling above the walls flattens you all.
Technically, I should have been doing that before because the fluff made
Yeah.
it sound like it's not his actual layer. Like, no, use the layer actions for the
Oh.
dragon fight. So you should be
Too
getting
late
like,
now.
encased in ice and having ice drop on you.
Oh.
Actually means I have sanctuary.
That's what
on
it
it, but That's fine.
Well, we're
so
still in
turn.
there. You can still make it happen.
All right.
No, that's all right.
Who's up
Well,
next?
he's dead now. So,
Yeah, that's true.
Pela's next.
All right. So,
Kill the Dragon Slayer.
just for the record, now that I have this tranquility feature on me, I have the effects of a sanctuary spell. Have I broken that by grabbing
yeah.
this guy with a
Yeah,
rope that
yeah.
counts as an attack? Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Then we're gonna go balls to the wall.
And Hawk has come down and he's like massacring around.
Yeah. All right. So, but I assume I'm on the other group. He went after the high
Oh, okay,
group. I
sorry.
went after the low group.
So you're near the bonfire then.
Yeah.
And it looks like their eyes are completely covered over in white, and they're just
All right. So the kobold that I have, obviously they're not in the mood to be reasoned with. So the kobold that I have on the rope, Pale's gonna fly in a tight circle, spinning him around completely 360 and slamming him into the group like a wrecking ball.
okay. I'd say that is. I came in like a wreck. Yeah. I'd say.
It's my move action. I'm not even aiming. I'm just swinging him into
I'm pretty
a group
sure
of kobolds.
a kobold on
Yeah.
a string is a monk weapon.
That's it. It's
Yeah, it could be.
I'm actually going to say, what's your usual DC? I'm just going to say it's dexterity save for the kobolds to get out of the way.
To save it, what, against my monk abilities?
Yeah.
Is like 16.
Yep. And. Yep. And.
Oh. Suspended kobold technique.
So
rare,
roll
very
me
powerful.
2d4 plus your dex damage.
Okay. Well, if he's a monk weapon, I'd be rolling D8.
I'll allow it.
Oh,
Sorry, D6s. I haven't leveled up yet.
so I was saying because it's an improvised weapon. Unless you're like a thing.
Improvised. Well, if you're counting it as a monk weapon, I don't think you should. Let's just roll D4s.
So 2d4 plus your
I
dex.
tried, man. I tried to help you out.
It's all good.
I'll give you
nerfed
inspiration.
himself.
That's still 7 plus 5, 12 damage.
All right, boom.
Yeah. That's up where
Okay, so that was attack 1 then, I guess. We're calling
And you
that.
actually also killed the kobold that you have.
Using as a wrecking ball?
Yeah, I'll give you inspiration for creativity with the.
Oh, thanks. All right, so then after that first swinging him down, Pela then flies straight down, striking the ground itself, sending out this mini shockwave in the middle of this group of kobolds. I guess the ones that are still standing, that weren't knocked
There's 7 more
prone.
standing.
Yeah, so she just like drops straight into the middle of them. Yeah, I'm gonna land right on one actually. Double foot kick, smashing one kobold into the ground.
Sorry, that was the other group. There's actually 3 left standing on.
Oh, okay. Then there's only 2 guys left. Yeah, I'll smash one of them by landing. That's 8 plus 10 is 18.
Well, that's a hit.
Okay, so that is 11 damage.
He's still alive.
Really? Okay. She's going to stand on this weakened kobold, and I'm going to use Flurry of Blows, so I spend a key. She basically stomps on the one that she's standing on to, like, finish it off. Like, Bruce Lee style, breaking the neck. Oh, I should...
Curb stomp.
I assume I have advantage on this.
Yes.
I'm standing on top of him. That is 10 plus 10 is 20.
That's a hit.
That's another 8 damage.
That's a kill.
All right, finish him off. And with my last remaining attack, she just lashes out barehanded at the closest kobold.
2.
Crit.
Boom, you've exploded.
Well, it's 2d6. My roll low. So that's 4 plus 6 is 10. And he has to save versus 16 dex. Oh, sorry, strength to not be pushed away.
Yeah, and he gets pushed away.
15 feet knocked through the air.
Do you want to push him into the fire?
Yes.
All right.
I aim towards the fire.
You knock that, you almost like a baseball, it just goes flying through, and you just see the kobold just gurgling out as he gets incinerated by
The last remaining kobold that remains, I assume, because I killed those 2. Pela just looks at him, extends her hand, and waits for his attack.
All right. He looks like he's getting ready to jump at you. Skiz the imp.
Skiz, Skiz is taking it all in. He finds this hilarious. He's loving it. He's got kobolds burning to death. That's like his favorite thing.
Tarek the Bard. You just saw Pela come down using an improvised kobold weapon, and he's just challenged the last frenziest one.
So are there any like kobolds left around us?
There's one left, and it's staring down Pela.
Staring down Pela. Okay. Well, I'm also down to 14 hit points, but it seems like we're gonna be okay. But I still think I should heal up.
You probably should give yourself a little pep talk.
Yeah. So again, Tarek just continues playing on his lute. He he adds in some extra chords here and there to start working in the cure wounds, and I'm just gonna cast a cure wounds on myself. I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it on level. Yeah, let's do a level 3.
Ooh.
Just because I'm down to 14.
Yeah, you're pretty low.
Right.
Yeah.
You will be healing up Lucian.
All right. Well, looks like Pela's got this well in hand. So, is Hawk still, Ginsuing a coward?
Oh, yeah, he absolutely is.
He's killed like 4 out of the other 12.
There's 5, I think, right?
Yeah.
Left.
All right.
So
I'll
I've
fly
killed
over
4 or
that
5.
way, and on my way, I'll take a shot at a couple kobolds, saving them from a more gruesome death at Hawk's hands.
Really, it's a mercy.
Yeah.
I killed 4
I'm
or 5
helping
and I'm
you!
hanging upside down above the last guy, just out of his reach, bleeding on him.
Oh yeah, that's like 25
Yeah, it's a
and
hit.
23.
That's a hit as well.
Yeah, so this is 2 different Kobe's.
35.
And that is
not
an 8 and a
I'm at
13.
35 hit points now.
You kill 2
Roll
more.
low. Roll low.
No, I rolled
Oh, so how many?
Yeah.
wait,
There's 3 left underneath you, Hawk.
Oh, there's 3 more. Okay.
Yeah.
138.
Okay, good. Still
So I'm
more.
kind of hovering up near the ceiling above where Hawk and the kobolds are.
Yeah. All right. The kobold act. Pela.
Yep.
Kobold in front of you. Just because.
Just lunges at me.
No, he actually drops his weapon, pulls out looks like a short bow, and begins to fire one off at you.
Oh, sweet.
Oh!
Hopefully.
Oh god, she's just like Pale's eyes light up.
This is my moment!
I choose to deliberately not defend and allow it to strike.
You know what? We'll say yes because I rolled a 5 and an 11. So yes, we'll say.
Pela just rather than dodging the arrow, just like basically takes it.
So I got to roll the damage and use.
She actually extends like her extended hand. She places right in like palm first into the arrow.
Yeah. He rolls a 6.
So the
6
damage.
on-
All right, I haven't used this in so long. So I can use my reaction to deflect or catch the missile when hit. Reduce the damage by a D10 plus my Dex plus my monk level.
Which is-
so I'm reducing that by 16 plus a D10.
Yeah.
So
you
I
do it already.
automatically. So Pela catches the arrow, spins around in place, and throws it right back at him.
Okay. Do you have to do a range attack on that one?
Yep, that is 21.
That's a hit. And it's a D6?
Yeah, it's the same. It's a monk weapon.
Okay.
As soon as it hits my hand, basically. So that's 12 max damage.
And you just put the arrow right through its head, and it actually embeds into the ice wall behind it.
His last words are, "Oh, what?"
Bella bows to the corpses around her, and she's like, "Be at peace, frenzied ones."
Hawk, you are next because the other kobolds are out of range.
His last words are, "That's so OP." Okay, so Hawk is gonna drop his great axe on the floor,
kobolds.
and then just in the middle of the kobolds who are confused until they see him reach behind his back and draw
The ball.
the ball.
Hey! Did you drop your axe on them?
Yeah, just like.
I'm gonna say it's a dexterity save.
I agree with the dexterity.
Yeah, to get out of the way. Otherwise, they'd be knocked prone underneath his giant great axe.
All right, Hawk, just roll me straight up great axe damage. Don't add any modifiers to it. Just like whatever the d12 is.
11.
You see two kobolds zip out of the way as one kobold like looks up to try and get like, I get an axe. And just like, cleaves them in twain.
Okay, so Hawk will spin
There's
around.
now two kobolds left.
So he'll spin around so his feet are like almost like he's walking, but he's floating just a couple inches above the ground because he doesn't want to slip on the ice. So he's
We caught the lazy Superman.
Smart.
he does a swing underhand, boom, right at the chin of the first kobold, recklessly. Oh,
Oof. Good thing you were reckless.
You're also still blessed, by the way.
oh, I am.
Add a
That's
d4.
a 4.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Mine too.
6 plus 9 is 15.
You barely hit.
Oh! Okay, and that's 2d6. I broke d6.
Yeah.
12!
Oh!
Max damage,
Oh, yeah.
12 plus 8. So
You-
20.
Oof.
Damn.
You see one the kobold trying to dodge out of the way of the axe that looks up and snarls at you as you just come by and just explode all the teeth and like brains out of its face.
Are you gonna golf him into the other kobold as your
Is
cleave?
my maul a great weapon?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It is?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, well then I
Yes.
yes, I continue the momentum around sideways into this and
Smashing his skull into the skull of the other.
Yeah,
kobold.
that's right, the bone fragments, like a baseball, are headed right for the eyeballs of the second guy.
Kobold sandwich.
That's a hit. I think 24.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then
Not even counting the bless.
5 plus 8. Oh yeah, and the blast. 8
You don't really need any. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really
is
need it.
13.
That is also a hit. Also barely a hit too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
All right. Roll
like
the
how I
damage.
hit
Switching
is
weapons like that was.
Pulverized.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the 13 was the damage.
Damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you explode the last kobold.
Boom. So wait, there's none left.
There's no kobolds.
So there was a tide of kobolds that just came in. We murdered them in about 3 seconds.
Yes.
That's like the
12 seconds.
amuse bouche. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
it was like kind of a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
compliments the chef.
Actually, Pela looks up,
Kobolds.
looks through the wall of flame to Vondel and Tarek, and she says, "How many servants do you think a dragon this size would have? There must be more of these kobolds."
Must there? We just killed a lot of
No,
them.
you remember from Skids talking
Yeah.
when you found the kobold den that's the number that there
Yeah,
was.
no. I think this is good.
This is it.
Yeah.
We should at
Maybe
least
some more
take a look
trolls
around and
coming
be
out.
sure,
Who knows?
because in their frenzied state, they're going to attack the villagers.
Yeah, maybe we should check if there's more things we can kill.
Okay.
I support that plan for.
I'll send Skids up to look around in the upper level.
Good idea.
Ivana also reminds that there's those
Yeah.
researcher guys that we should definitely go talk to.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, the ice
Yeah.
toads.
Yeah, the frogs.
Yeah.
They're
Ivana
toads
definitely
that
wants to
see
talk
it.
to them.
Oh,
Learn
yeah.
about their dark magics and what the fuck they would.
Okay, so do we want to split this up, or are we all going to go one way and
We should all
Skiz
stick
will go
together.
another?
Well, I figured Skids will just fly up and look around the top level in case there are any other kobolds running around up there. We think no, but we're gonna look just for you, Pela.
Also, you should come towards me, and I should give you guys a channel divinity.
I think we should go towards the
Okay.
dragon
Does it
sword.
backstrokes through the air over to Vondel?
And Losine just cancels fly. You
How many for you to go up to half?
can take a short rest now if you want, though.
45.
I'm gonna hover over the
Advisors.
the dragon sword and see if I can eyeball anything really good.
49.
It looks
Through the water.
You can see
Another
items in there.
Yeah.
But everything looks
14.
obscured by the ice.
Okay, so
Right.
take
It's just
that,
a mighty
those.
glow
Okay.
coming off of all the.
Oh yeah, there's a huge amount of treasure here.
Yeah.
It's not as big as the one you found at
36.
Skyreach, but it's.
Up to
Well,
half?
that was
Or
a
half, yeah.
horde for it.
32 to
36 or up
carry.
to half.
40.
Jack, we need some more fire over here.
Or no, 41.
Oh.
42. 45
fire?
plus.
Yeah.
If you-
barely touched
as you
it,
look at
so-
the ice, you notice that this looks like magically enchanted ice.
Okay.
And that this is specifically an ice dragon lair. That the way they keep their treasures is encased in
nice.
ice because it produces a nice
He's dead.
light and glow off of it.
Okay.
But it is magic. As you saw before, the fire did not affect the ice at all.
I try hitting it with a couple Eldritch Blasts. Does it break or anything?
It's ice, right?
Yeah.
So,
it doesn't even like splinter off anything.
Okay.
Oh,
So I just
stand back. I'm gonna swing my maul.
So
at
obviously
it.
let the wall of fire dissipate.
Yeah.
I head over to carefully over to the spot. Can I do like an Arcana check to try and unlock it? Or?
Yeah, I'll give you a 15 to try and assess the.
All right, 15. Okay, that's fair. I still have blessed. No, did you? Blessed?
Well, no, but I can walk over there
I think
and,
Bless
and
is
give you some
probably
guidance.
now, yeah.
All right.
I can give you
Bless
some
is all for like
guidance.
attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, you're guidance right now, so...
And you said 15?
15, yeah.
All right. Oh, I rolled badly. Shit. So,
D4.
yeah.
Roll the
guidance.
d4.
Oh,
Is it gonna make a difference?
Yeah, he's got...
I've got really good Arcana.
Yeah, he's got solid arcana.
Roll it.
What is it? So that's 3, then 6, plus another 8 is
14.
You don't eat.
Oh wait. Do
What?
I have a bardic inspiration left. No, I can't use that on that. Can I?
Sure,
I
you
don't
can.
know. You're the bard.
You're the bard.
You should know.
You don't know.
Oh yeah, ability check. This is an ability check,
Yep.
right? Okay,
Yep.
bardic inspiration.
You just need a 1.
Okay.
I
Bardic
hope I
inspiration.
figured this out. Tra la 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 la.
Where's the D?
You just need a 1 on it, so you didn't even need to roll. 'cause
Yeah.
You can't roll a 0.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That's
6.
okay.
There we go. Huzzah! 20.
So, what you know from dragons is that their lairs are so. If they've been there a while, the magic sticks around for a while because it's so potent.
Right.
So you're not sure, but anywhere between like from a week to a couple of weeks before the magic in the area fully dissipates.
Right.
Which means no divinations, no teleports.
Right.
And whatever's holding
Aw.
this thing together
Yeah.
is probably gonna be under the same effects.
2 weeks.
Okay. So I use like I survey it. I'm kind of like saying it as you say it, and like just bringing out little factoids like it's going to be a couple weeks before we can get to this.
Essentially, if you want the ice or if you want the stuff at the bottom of the ice, you're probably gonna have to spend a good chunk of time literally digging it out of magically enchanted
Yeah.
ice.
Ugh.
So it's doable, totally doable.
Maybe we can employ those villagers to do it for us.
Why not, if there's a couple of weeks to be had of time, why not just inform our allies, the Harpers, and have them send a team to recover it in a week or 2?
because this is a place of moving ice.
Yeah.
Wherever it is right now,
part
it'll
of the
probably
reason.
not be the same place in 2 weeks.
How are we going to do this?
But in 2 weeks, it could be scried or divined when the magic disperses.
Yeah.
So it can't be that hard to find.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Our
not getting
allies
it right
do
now.
include
Anyway,
the College
anyway.
of Wizards.
No,
I'm
you-
sure they can find it.
You can probably spend about half a day digging it out
Oh, half a day.
if you want to do the manual labor.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's not for right now. For
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
is some magical frog people.
That's right.
People.
Yeah.
Maybe
Right.
You don't have to get every scrap of gold in this game, everybody.
Maybe the magical
Dragon
frog
Boys,
people can
huh?
do something about the magical ice
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, maybe.
with their magic.
We had a
So,
magical
what
dragon
does
guy.
Skiz
He
have to
couldn't
say
do shit.
about who's in the upper levels?
Give me a perception check for Skiz.
All right. All right. That's 19.
That should be fine. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, does he find anyone?
He says
What's going on
that
up there?
he can't find any kobolds, and that there was a room of it looks like where ice trolls were hanging out. But it looks. He says that the ice trolls don't have a glazed over look in their eye anymore. It looks like they are all escaping out through secret passages back into the water.
Okay. Good news, everyone. All the kobolds are dead, and the ice trolls are running away.
The ice toads are still there, but it looks like they're completely neutral to the whole thing. They're still studying away at their items and their charts and stuff like that. Actually, he notices that they actually don't have any. They don't use any paper-based stuff. It's all based in like stone and bone. So what you usually use something as a parchment for, they'll have either a giant stone or a giant piece of bone where the
Yeah,
Knots
guys.
and runes carved on it. And shit.
yeah. Just
No
because
wonder they don't want to leave. They can't bring any research with them.
just because there's no paper up in the north.
All right. The toads are just doing their thing. They're just still there.
We should go talk to them then and see what they know.
Let's take a break first.
You guys
I'm
want a
in favor of a break.
short break?
Yeah,
I would
sure.
like to.
Okay, so spend your hit dice, heal up.
I'm exhausted until we have a long rest.
Understandable. You put in a lot of effort there, Slugger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna collect. I threw hand axes, I think, and javelins at the dragons. So I'm gonna collect those. Did I? Does it remember?
Yes, you
I
did.
remember.
Jog around.
You threw
picking
both,
them up.
actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so
How many hit die should I do?
it's a question only Tarek knows.
You do D8.
Let's do enough to heal yourself.
Taylor just meditates to get her key
Well,
back.
if I wanted to get all the way back up to, I have to use. Yeah, okay, fine.
You can roll them one at a time until you're to there.
So you're exhausted right now.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
and Song of Rest for everyone, of course. Add a D6.
How
Oh,
many?
D8 now. D8 now. I'm sorry.
2 healing.
To
Yeah.
healing. Yeah.
Okay. Every hit die or just once?
Soothing
Yeah.
music. Just one additional.
And do we get your temporary hit points back from that as well?
Yeah.
At the end of that.
How many?
And
still we're
Hawk,
10
I'm gonna
10 plus
concentration
level,
you.
so
Okay,
14.
so
That takes my exhaustion off.
that takes your
Yeah.
exhaustion off, and I've spent my 5th level spell.
Okay.
Well, you guys got hit, huh?
Yeah,
A little bit. I
Dragon.
got breathed on. Yeah, it kind of hurt.
Yeah, it looked pretty painful.
Yeah.
Halor's light protected me in that dark place.
I mean, this ring took the brunt of it, so
Do I
good
get
thing I had
this
it.
plus?
So what is
Your
it?
Constitution
You get,
modifier.
you roll your D8 healing, and then you
Every
add
time you
your-
roll that dice, you add your
Or is
Constitution
this
modifier.
Yeah.
Is it Constitution? That you add to your D8 roll
Yeah.
for the
Okay.
hit die?
Yeah, your hit dice, yes. Yeah, yeah, dear con.
So as you guys hunker down and you take your short rest, you notice that the cold is still very bitter. There's no wind, but it just feels like almost like you're being baked with cold that you can't really escape it. So I need everyone to give me a Constitution save.
Okay.
It's 15, and you're at disadvantage because of the extreme cold.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I actually failed this once last time. Should I still make it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I rolled a 19 and a 20.
Oh.
So you're
So I'll take the 19 for 21.
Yeah.
8.
And for skiz as well.
Failed.
I guess I'm
And
probably not
skiz.
raging.
No, you're not. And it's an ability check, so.
We just had a short rest.
Yeah.
You've had time to calm down.
Oh, yeah, sorry, saving throw, yeah.
So I would have had advantage on
Yeah.
saving throw.
So if you didn't. If you
I
didn't
did
get,
13.
Well,
you need fit.
you know, can I? You know, since it's that cold, I mean, I feel this. Why don't I just? Couldn't I just, fly out of the hole to rest?
You guys
Some
decided to
tiny
take a short
huts.
rest inside the cave, though.
Yeah, but you're just now telling us the consequences of doing so, and we would feel that it's that cold.
Oh, I was telling you it was that cold as well.
Yeah, but I mean, now that you're telling us that, I feel like if it's so cold that it's actually physically dangerous,
Like it
then
would be uncomfortable to rest there.
that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. So,
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
and I can fly, so
So
There's
we'll
no
get you. We'll
reason
get you
to-
out of the hole then before.
Oh, I assumed that just this whole place was that cold.
Is
Like
it?
even if we went
No,
up to the
it's
upper
it's
level.
it's magically enhanced to be colder down.
Oh, it's
down
especially
below.
cold. Yeah, let's
'cause
get out of here.
You're still gonna have to do the same check, but it's a 10, and you don't get disadvantage for it
Okay.
at the top.
Oh, I didn't even
Yeah,
roll
that'd be
disadvantage. But
Excuse me.
You said 10, but not disadvantage?
Not disadvantage for this one.
oh, okay. 14. 14 frosty points.
19.
In a Constitution. Ah, god damn it.
Yeah, I
All
got
right.
23 this time.
I roll an 8.
You roll an 8.
Oops.
Yeah.
Chili. You are
Tarek-
cold-blooded.
Yeah.
That's kind of racist. I think. That's
Yeah, we discovered last week that they were actually warm-blooded.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
My bad.
So, Tarek,
Sorry, it's a stereotype.
what you feel? You suffer a level of exhaustion as you just can't shake that cold feeling.
Okay.
So all ability checks, you're just at disadvantage. for.
Disadvantage. All right. Okay.
As you look, you begin as you notice as you huff out, like you usually see little sparks of lightning come out from Tarek. They're now just kind of crystallizing. You turn to like little blue snowflakes. As they
Oh, Tarek, you're looking pretty run down, man.
I don't know if you're cold or actually if you're just that color.
Like sparks flying out of
Do you
the
have asthma, Tara?
I don't like to talk about it.
I'll do a medicine check on you.
All right, so where are these frogs
I'm
at?
gonna do one more.
These frogs. Where's the map? I will tell you where these frogs are.
Nice.
North.
Hotter, warmer.
Okay, I'll just rotate my finger from room to room.
Aurothator's iceberg.
One sec.
Oya Vigafon. Is that what this place is called?
Say stop when I'm on the correct.
One second. I gotta
Alright.
find the right number associated with it.
No, 83 is good.
13. Okay, so move your now move it up on the page a little bit. Right there. that's where the ice toads are.
They're in this one here. This is the ice toad's lair. Lair of the ice toads. Oh, what about our friend who's caught in the...
She was in the section just south of that.
Yeah.
Can we go collect her?
Oh, yeah.
She'll be free now, right?
Oh, yeah, that's an excellent idea. Maybe we should go get her first.
As you come out, you see, you come
Hello,
to
little
the
friend.
cab. She appears ecstatic because she looks like she's able to leave the yurt for the first time. As you see her kind of like, I'm on the east side, I'm on the west side, I'm on the east side, I'm on the west
Pele
side.
just like runs up to her and dusts her hands off, and she's like, "See, I told you, we took care of your dragon problem."
Like, well, it's not every day someone can take care of a dragon problem, so I bow to your might and power because Arathor has been quite the potent threat in this area.
Yes. Spread the tale of Tarek and the Head Smashers defeating the dragon with Pela Dragon Slayer.
It's like,
Yes, Pela is the new threat. Bow before her.
Now, that's not what we're.
We got Pela!
Bow!
Pela and the Head Smashers now.
Yes.
Whoa, that's pretty good.
Pela and the Dragon Slayer.
It does sound kind of better. Yeah, you know.
you see her nod and smile. It's like, excellent. Now, I
Tarek and the Head Smashers
can
featuring
finally
Pela
leave
Dragon
this
Slayer.
Something in
place.
the name, it's new.
I do promise you this, that when we get back to Waterdeep, I will talk to the Arcane Brotherhood and I will guarantee any type of help or assistance that you need from them because you've done them a great service today.
That's good to hear because there are dark times coming.
So I imagine.
Yeah, I agree. We need all the help we can get in fighting these terrible dragon forces, including possibly these fish people or whatever.
The toads.
Oh yeah,
Toads.
can you tell
Ice
us
toads.
more about these toads? How should we go approach them? Will they be happy as you are that we destroyed Arthur?
She looks at me and says, honestly, they're here for knowledge and information. They've always been here. They're quite neutral in the whole matter. The only benefit for them staying here is that there was a lot of magical goods coming in through here. So I don't think they'll care one way or the other. They just care about knowledge.
Let's go talk to them then.
She said the only thing that would get them to leave is if you could share their knowledge, but unfortunately, they ride on 3-ton pieces of stone and bone. So if you can find a way to move those things, they'll gladly come along.
We can do a rubbing. That's what you do when you're
Yeah, we could do a rubbing.
Just do a rubbing of it.
Yeah. That's right. We could do a rubbing.
Huck, that's surprisingly astute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do it when I was like a kid.
Man, Hawk was a real nerd.
You just rub. It's like you just rub a burnt thing on a paper. It's not science.
It's
What
not
is
magic,
this
guys.
science you're talking
It's not
about?
science.
What is this science? She says, actually, I'll lead you down there and talk and introduce you to Marflub.
Oh yeah.
She's like, they're quite odd and strange, but they're actually just quite interested in the acquirement of knowledge.
Okay, guys, so when you meet this guy, it's important you don't make fun of his stupid name. It's real funny. Hawk is really enjoying the guy's name.
Saying it to himself. More flub.
So as she takes you into the chamber, a bizarre sight greets you in this rough-walled chamber. About a dozen giant toads with thick modded white hides are at work here, scribing strange writing into the ice of the walls or onto weathered stones and bones and stone tablets. A few toads transfer parchments and tablets into and out of cubby holes and boxes into the ceiling along the entire southern wall.
So they do have paper. It's probably precious.
Yeah, but it's also the stuff that got brought to them as well.
Yeah, it's just stuff that.
Hey guys, is Marflub here?
Kind of like smacks him on the leg.
You see one. You see one toad turn around and just looks at you with like big dopey black eyes. He's like, "I am Marflub. Oh, my cat. I see you've left your yurt. I can only assume that Arathor has been slayed somehow."
Yeah, we took care of the old landlord here. Hope you guys don't mind.
Whether Arathor is here or not is no difference to us. We simply had a mutual benefit of having magical items and transcripts come in. Although we regret the loss of new information coming seeking in, we still have plenty of others to rifle over.
Well, have you learned anything interesting in your time here?
Yeah, Marflub. Have you learned anything interesting yet?
Smack.
I mean, interesting to us, not necessarily to you.
Well, you're asking me to define something that I have no...
What is the nature of interesting?
I have no parameters over this. It would be entirely based on what you find of interest or intrigue or many other different human emotions that you seem to be interested in.
We're definitely interested in the Dracahorn.
Oh, the Dracahorn. I can tell you all about that. That's been here for quite some time before it got moved away.
Story time!
A couple of weeks ago.
Would you like some puppeteering assistance?
What is puppeteering?
Yeah, don't ask.
And he starts to recite the story or the history. It's a very, almost like reading The Martian. It's almost like a very list based, like almost going through just like points of information of what it is. So he informs you that the Dracahorn was actually created eons ago, actually from the bones of from the first black dragon, used as a summoning call to all chromatic dragon and dragon kind.
So the same dragon that was in his sword?
Give me... Do you remember the name?
Like Fargus?
Oh, yeah.
No, that was the Cloud
Giant.
Cloud Giant.
I just thought I remembered you saying that the Hazarwander
I remember that.
had the soul of the first black
yes.
dragon.
Yeah, so Pela pipes up. You mean Hazarwander? Hazarwan.
Yeah.
Hazaron.
And she says, Marfalb says, yes, that is the, when
I feel like Hawk would be emotionally affected by the word Hazaron.
yeah.
I'm trying to decide how.
It was used as a rallying cry for all chromatic dragons, that no matter where you are in the world, that you will hear this call and whatever message is being communicated through it. It is quite powerful and quite dangerous if you ever wanted to rally an army full of dragons.
Well, wait, so how many dangerous artifacts were made out of this guy?
He was quite gigantic. He was at least the size of 2 mountain ranges.
Were there any other swords?
What? 2 mountain ranges?
What slave?
That's
so
huge.
odd?
Hazarwan himself actually took himself down.
That's so bad.
What?
His
Committed suicide?
he was trying to seek immortality, so he did some type of transference into an item or an object. He was
Yeah.
he
You ever heard like a
That probably didn't
like a
work.
sword, maybe?
I guess that would be possible.
Hey, like if someone wanted to find that sword, how would they find it?
That would be a terrible idea. Why
Look, it's just me and you, Morflum. It's just me and you and your normal name, so how'd you find the sword, though?
Well, I guess you could divine it, or you could scry it. You have a priest here.
Nah,
I
that
assume.
stuff doesn't. We tried that. It didn't work. It doesn't work, right? It doesn't work.
Yeah,
Didn't work.
Give me deception.
Well, you did look. And it didn't work, right? Well, you weren't looking for the sword.
Contested insight versus deception.
Insight. Unfortunately, my insight is very low, I think. Yeah. Ooh, 18.
Guidance doesn't do it. No, I got like 15.
You didn't look for it, we didn't look for it. Pale ran away with it, and then the gods took it up into the sky, and then we just like dropped it like it was no big deal.
Yeah, well.
Like you guys didn't even care it was gone.
We were all actually happy it was gone, Hawk.
It is quite a powerful tool of evil.
Yeah, it was so cool. Like every time you kill someone, it eats their soul.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like Hazarwan.
Yeah.
That would be.
So how do we find it? You're telling me how to find it.
Well, I mean, if you were so inclined, it would just be. You also notice that Marfeld has no social cues. There's very little interaction.
Does not pick up on that.
Again,
Tarek Septifra is like, there are more important things to talk about than a
Look, let the
sword.
Morflum talk.
Sword. Smarflub, my good friend. As I said, Tarek and the Headmasters featuring Pale Dragon Slayer. We're looking for more information on how to defeat this impending doom.
Okay, we'll get back to this one later. We'll do this.
This is
now.
the part of the story
We'll do
where
this one
you,
later.
the great scribe, tell us all the information we
well,
need.
what impending doom would that be?
These cultists are using this horn to try and raise the dragons of Tiamat and spread terror and fear across the land. So
Having granted visions by the gods, I have seen the dragon masks. They're being assembled. We've already run into 2 of them.
Oh my goodness, that's quite. Those dragon masks are very rare and very. Just hear that 2 of them are out already is quite concerning to most mortals, I believe.
How interested would you be in studying a dragon mass?
Oh, if I could get my hands on, or if I could have the chance to study even just the text of a dragon mask, that would be quite a feat, quite an accomplishment.
It's the kind of thing you might trade, like, unlocking a magical ice treasure box for.
I guess that would be correct. Arathor's treasure is up for grabs now.
Well, I wouldn't say that it's up for grabs exactly. That's not exactly how I phrase it. I phrase it like, it's ours.
Well, you are more than
we killed the dragon.
You are more than welcome. We have no interest in his shiny goods or
surely
coins.
he must have some magical artifacts down there that you'd love to research.
We would love to study them, yes, but we do wish to not claim ownership over them.
Of course, it would be a temporary loan from our collection, maybe.
Sure, we can work that out.
Yeah.
Essentially, we do not know how potent his magic will last here. This was not his main lair. This was
2 weeks. It'll be about 2 weeks. I need magic.
2 weeks.
Oh, it's a good assessment, but we
2 weeks. Not an assessment.
You see, for the first time, Marflub looks kind of confused at
Someone's trying to correct him.
Yeah, and also from a being that's been very old and very, very intelligent, that someone correcting him is very foreign to him as well. That usually conflicts. Everyone just usually pulls together knowledge like that, and he's like, "Well, from our studies, it says that it depends how long he's been here, and we've lost track of time of how long he's been here for, and he was quite a potent dragon."
So theoretically, if
you could dig it out, though.
The cultists managed to get these masks together and they managed to blow the horn. Is there any other kind of magical artifact you're aware of, or some kind of power that we could tap into to make this happen?
There are many things. They all connect with the rising of Tiamat. So that's part of the
Do you know more about this prophecy? I've only been given visions without context.
Yes. So let me answer your horn question first. The horn, essentially, you can rally any chromatic dragon. You have contact with them. You can send out messages and you can inspire them with emotions and feelings. You can target individual dragons. You can target individual colors of chromatic dragons. It's odd that the metallic dragons get left out of that one. It must be because it was made from chromatic dragon bones. It is also quite large. You are roughly medium-sized people. You would probably require about 5 or 6 of you just to hold it up, and one person of a larger size just to actually have the air and lung capacity to blow wind through this. It is quite...
I do play the bone flute. Maybe that would be useful.
Yeah, that's good practice.
But it can be a very powerful tool for coordinating and rallying dragon forces from around the world. It is quite potent. It's got this interesting effect where all the sound disappears for 30 seconds, and unless you are descendants or associated with dragons of some kind, and then you hear this giant bellowing sound.
Yes, I know.
That sounds kind of familiar to us.
So let's take the theoretical out of this. They've already blown it. How screwed are we?
Well, screwed's a relative term. If you're on their side, they're probably doing quite well right now.
Okay, so what about weaknesses? How do we destroy this thing or neutralize it?
Like many other things, drop it into a volcano.
The old volcano drop.
Yeah, I've done a couple of those.
It is quite anything associated with Hazarwan is quite powerful to destroy. It is.
So we can't just dispel magic or punch it
no.
really hard.
That would be you'd have to be an exceptionally gifted arcane or gifted from your god to even go contest with.
What if you are particularly strong, though?
Oh, it is completely immune to damage.
What if you just threw it down a well? Would that be a good hiding place?
That would be a terrible idea. Also,
we didn't look down the well.
Where would
look down the well.
Where would a well be big enough to contain such a thing?
Yeah, ridiculous.
But as for the dragon masks, the dragon masks themselves are items of immense power, granting the bearer the ability to communicate with that colored flight of dragon, granting some of the abilities, and even granting the ability to transmorph other people into that flight of dragon.
What?
It is quite a powerful tool, and yet not the most powerful they can be. For you see, when you combine all 5 dragon masks together, you create the mask of the queen, and this is essential to the ritual of rising Tiamat from the 9 hells, where you actually develop a psychic communication with Tiamat herself and can bring her up whether you meet the other circumstances of her ceremony. It is quite an interesting arcane feat. It requires a lot of finesse, a lot of preparation, but and the success rate on it is, I imagine, would be quite low. There's a lot of moving pieces to.
So wait, no matter what they do, we're already a step up on them because we have the Black Mask in custody.
Oh well, you don't need all the masks together. Like having all 5 masks.
Guys, I just figured it out. They're trying to assemble the mask for this thing he's talking about.
Thanks, Hawk.
Yeah, you figured it out.
Yeah.
Hey, Hawk, why don't you get started
cool.
on those...
What are the other conditions of
Hawk,
the
why don't you
ritual?
go get started on those rubbings?
Oh yeah. Well, you guys have like a piece of burnt something. I'll look around. It's okay.
You see Marflop just completely ignore Hawk. It looks
That's
like
what we do.
It looks like if
we
you
can.
don't have like a very high intelligence score, he's just not going to be acknowledge you at this point.
Oh, you shouldn't be talking about any of this.
At the end of this conversation.
So really, he's been telling this story as he would to idiot children.
Yes. Sorry, where were we with the right? Oh, so the other conditions of the ceremony are quite extensive, and you'd almost need an army. First of all, you'd need a focus point or a crossing of ley lines that plays very important to dragons. Something like probably the Well of Dragons would probably be the best place. That's almost
Where's the Well of Dragons?
Oh, it is far in the south.
Damn it.
It is essentially a volcano. Actually, the volcano where Hazawan was did his
There's a
ritual.
volcano there. That's convenient.
But it is a volcano that unfortunately connects this plane to the plane of hell.
Yeah. Wait.
They should probably patch that up.
Yeah.
I'm back from trying.
Does that mean if you were to drop the dragon horn in that particular volcano, would it be destroyed or would it just go to hell?
That is an excellent question. I do not know because there are
Because we don't want to roll the dice on that.
there are several hundred feet of liquid magma between the two realms, and also if you're raising Tiamat, she is all the way down at the 9th level. And so it's an excellent question. I do not know, but you would need a focal point. You would also need a substantial sacrifice amount, like a substantial dragon horde that would appease something as mighty as Tiamat. So probably like something like
Yeah, it's like a lot of money.
Wealth, treasure,
Yeah.
items of power, something.
That's the horde that they were collecting.
Oh, they were it's very interesting. Very dangerous.
We managed to liberate a good chunk of it.
Guys, I'm starting to have a bad feeling about these dragon people.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah, I think they're up to something.
Catch up, Hawk.
the other would be a great amount of sacrifice of life, where you would have to sacrifice literally hundreds and possibly thousands of people all at the same time to evoke enough negative and blood energy to even begin the ceremony.
Everything else is pretty cool, but that's not cool.
You'd need and it would have to be like a great atmosphere of fear and terror to really evoke the right magical emotions to even break the barriers between the 9 hells. And
So they
this
wouldn't
plane.
just willingly sacrifice their own lives. This cult, this
They
part of this ritual would have to be a large-scale attack.
they may have they been kidnapping people?
Well, I mean, at least
yes,
a
they
few
were.
that we know of. Yeah,
Yeah, they have been. They've tried. That's how we've encountered
we assume they were just recruiting.
Besides, I mean, if you've got a cult, I'm sure the leaders could arrange for the minions of this cult to be terrified before they die.
Well, if you have an army of dragons around, I can't imagine
Yeah, that would help.
anything
Yeah, or
more
if you're
terrifying
just,
than that.
falling into a volcano would be pretty terrifying.
Yeah, that would also do it.
He says, "Oh, this does sound quite dire."
So
Thank you for sharing the knowledge.
So this
they've
end
got
of
the
the world
lives, they've got
prophecy
the
you're
horde,
talking
they've
about.
got the dragon horn, but they don't have. Is there anything else that this requires besides those things in the dragon mask?
Well, it
So-
depends the type of temple they've built too, because you can almost like an amplifier if the building you've constructed to create the ritual is built in such a way you can actually harness the magical energies of the area and amplify them tenfold.
Okay, so they need
I'm
to
gonna
build
guess
something.
they did that.
Yeah, let's assume that.
They seem pretty together.
Yeah, they got a lot of manpower at least.
I've only had infrequent dealings with them. I don't care for the cultists. They too focused and not open to open minds or acquiring new knowledge. They seem very single-minded on.
So really, our best bet to thwart their ambitions is to get as many of the dragon masks away from them as we can.
Yes, that would be probably the wisest thing to do.
If we destroy a single dragon mask, they can't assemble the 5 dragon masks. So
But they don't need all 5.
Oh, they don't?
Right?
No, the masks work in harmony together. It would disrupt the ritual for sure, but you would not need all 5 masks.
Plus, if it was possible to really destroy them, I think Onthar would have just done it.
Yeah, they are items created by Tiamat herself and hidden around the world. So,
which is pretty crafty.
Yeah, but yeah. Collecting dragon masks—that's a good way to slow them down, at least.
Seems like it's the only real way we can put a dent in their plans.
Well,
if you've disrupted their horde, that's probably a good dent as well.
Or just go to the Well of Dragons and,
take them out. I think we're gonna need some more. As amazing as we are, and let's be honest, we're pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna need some more backup to
practice
just
on
march
some
into
more
their
dragons.
strongholds.
Well, I will put forth a quandary to you. How difficult was it to fight Arathor downstairs?
He was pretty tough.
Yeah,
He nearly
it's
killed
dangerous.
Hawk.
Which is saying quite a lot,
it's hard to
actually.
do.
Now imagine fighting Arathor and thousands more dragons.
Yeah, thousands, that's too many.
Yeah, we could take two, maybe. We could take 2 dragons, but maybe 3.
Maybe thousands of kobolds.
Yeah,
Well,
those are great.
There would be hundreds of thousands of kobolds if
Oh, that sounds pretty good. I like that one.
So
It's not the best news for us.
So I'm getting a feel for the room, and it feels like we're thinking about taking on more dragons. Another dragon.
Well,
yes, not a
I
threat.
think we were kind of going in the opposite direction. We were probably not going to go to the Well of Dragons.
No, that's what I mean. Like, we're going to go after the masks and not the dragons.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, but interesting point, however, is that the cult of dragons are usually associated with the undead. So they've always been very keen on creating Dracoliches or undead dragons, if you will. It's very interesting to hear them change.
Fun fact: there's actually been a change in leadership. We know this because we met some of them. There's been some internal political struggles, and there's another faction that believes more strongly in living dragons.
Very interesting. This is
Better etch that shit into stone.
Yeah.
Barry, come over here.
you actually see him. It sounds
Take
like
the station. Slow down, please.
The castle.
you hear him actually sounds like do some guttural or gurgling sounds as you see a couple of ice toads in the back begin to carve into it seems like a smaller piece of whale bone. They just essentially look like random squiggles and
Just updating their notes.
Yeah, as they appear to be recording the information. It is very interesting, and I could see an intellectual conflict on ideology of undead dragons versus live dragons. They both have pros and cons to them, but it is most interesting how they've split down like that. It is quite fascinating.
It is pretty great. Are there any legends about where the other dragon masks are?
Could you point us in
located?
the direction of any of them? We know that the black and the red are accounted for.
Black and white.
Black and white masks are accounted for.
Yes. Wait, well, as I recall, we recovered the black one, but not the white one?
You know the location. Talus has the
Talus
white.
the White has
Yes,
the white
okay,
mask.
Yeah. Thank you.
That we're going after.
Yeah. Yeah. Any others?
They are items of great lore and legend but I have no knowledge of any secret stories that I would have. I know of them, but I would not even begin.
You didn't even check your bones. Look it up.
Well, I know everything in there.
Oh, okay.
He says my best guess would be to start where the different chromatic colors are associated. So white would probably be associated with ice. The green would probably be associated with forest.
Wait, so the white mask came from somewhere near here?
Oh, it could be anywhere with snow. It could be a mountaintop. It could be, a cave magically enchanted.
Well, then where do we look for red, green, and blue?
Well, green would be a forest of some, like a big forest of some type. Blue would be a deserty type of place. And red would probably be a volcano, a great source of fire. He said actually
a field of really hot chili peppers.
He said actually, in hindsight, it probably makes sense that the Well of Dragons would probably have been where the red one was stored.
So they probably have the red mask.
Yeah.
So we should be looking for the green and blue masks.
Yep. And the white.
Or hunting down
Let's go get
Alice
that one.
and taking it back from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, but just be very careful. A worm speaker with their mask and an associated dragon companion is a very, very powerful combination. That is, their powers play off of each other quite well.
We could take him.
Good.
Well, we killed one white dragon.
This is true. We just have to add one jerk to that.
Yeah.
Do you know any way that we could counteract the magics of the masks?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, those magics are very potent. And as I said, unless you were a very well-gifted arcane or very well chosen by your god, it would be, even then, is exceptionally difficult dealing with a direct connection back to Tiamat. You're literally fighting a god in her power.
Yeah, I'm not ready
But
for
we
that.
still have those arrows of dragon slaying. Both
Yeah,
of them. We didn't
that's
use
true.
either of them.
That's right. I
Oh, those
forgot about them in the heat of the battle.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
So we
those
can
are
do-
quite potent items. I would definitely
Yes.
do.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, well, there you go. Good
So
thing we still have.
We're good at hoarding.
We had a hawk of dragon slaying for the first dragon. And a Pela, obviously.
Why is Marflub?
Yeah,
It is kind of funny. Huh?
he just kind of blinks at you blindly, like not really understanding the
She
concept.
like kind of giggles under her breath. You have collected and studied many great magical artifacts. Are there any here that could be of use to us on our quest that we could borrow from you?
Oh no, the cult of the dragon has taken them all for research purposes. I believe is what they said. So
Yeah, they would say that.
we are completely empty. The only magical items would be whatever Arathor had left down in his lair.
Right. And those are frozen.
How would you like the chance to study many more magical artifacts in a nicer climate?
Oh well, climate does not totally concern me. It would have to be a little chilly for my amphibian brethren, but I would only leave with my research, though. It's the most valuable thing to me. And you look around and you actually notice how the cavern is huge. And
The
you see-
walls of the whole place.
Yeah, the walls have like shelves of, and it looks just like stone upon stone. This isn't like slate. It looks like bedrock from the ocean floor type of stuff, where it looks exceptionally dense and heavy. They built these things to last.
And this is their grand library.
Well, this could be a make-work project for the Harpers.
Repatriate some ice toads?
The fairy, yeah. Is there maybe a apprentice you have that could accompany us to the south and aid us in combating the forces of Tiamat?
So, oh well, I'm not much for combat, and I choose not really to pick any sides. I'll pick the side of enlightenment and knowledge over anything.
Well, that's us.
A world ruled by
Big
Tiamat
time.
has no room for either of those things, my friend.
Oh well, she has the ability to create powerful items. So we've been here for eons upon eons of the ice toads. So we have weathered any bad tidings or good tidings across the world. We just choose to stay here and study our knowledge. But we would, if you have the opportunity to share more information out of it, we would, if we could just bring some of our research with us, that would be ideal.
You guys have anything like a
Yeah.
seal skin or something? Because we could use that to make a rubbing.
Yeah, I have sheets of parchment.
Oh, well,
in
there we
my
go.
hand.
Okay, so let me
me too.
burn a
You-
stick.
You look around the
Yeah,
library and
awesome.
you realize that there's so much here that
Yeah.
you would probably maybe like not even touch 1% of
Sure.
Yeah.
what it is.
Well, let's not bother.
You guys are so smart and I can't invent pictures.
Surely you would want to send someone with us at least to record the actions. These things that are happening are of great historical significance.
So it would be wise. Tell you what, if I make a collection to bring with myself and you could transport for me, I would definitely come down and join you and share some knowledge. And you see Macath say, like, Marflub, it's a great opportunity. The host tower at the Arcane Brotherhood is a fountain of information. You'd be missing out if you didn't come down. And he says, well, information should be kept in and made permanent. So it's why we carve them in things that sustain durability so well as bedrock and whalebone. So it's very weird you put things on such important documents or information on such...
Well,
foul-
surely someone as wise as you has committed most of this information to memory anyway. So think of what you could learn and memorize and then bring back to carve here.
Come on, Marflub.
Says, all right.
Come on!
You actually see it the first time Marflub kind of smile and say, it would be a grand adventure, wouldn't it? An adventure of intelligence. Yes, I will choose 3 of my giant tablets to bring with me,
Okay.
and we shall go. As you see him gurgle back, you actually notice that the toads begin to like pull out skids and actually begin to lower and slide it. Like they essentially look like the Rosetta Stone. As they come down, and like it lands on the ice with a very thick thunk. And you notice no damage has happened to the ice, no damage has happened to the stone. You can just see it just looks like a mess of carvings and scribblings on the top.
So, my friend, this is how you do a rubbing. So you put the paper here.
Oh, rubbings would be quite useless.
And then you go.
They would barely last a century. I'm talking thousands of years.
Yeah,
worth
this stone's
This
still
is
gonna
short
be
term,
here,
just so
though.
you can bring the knowledge with you. It'll still be preserved in its permanent form here.
We're
where
not
it's
going
safe.
for 100 years.
Give-
We're going for like.
Give me a-
Persuasion?
Yeah, give me a persuasion roll.
Good old +0. I rolled a 14.
So smart.
You see Marflub kind of shake his head and nod, and he rolled a 10 on his insight. He says, "All right, but I must ask two things of this promise. First is this information is very powerful in the wrong hands. We are keepers of the knowledge, so I'd ask that whatever information you copy off of this, you must keep it safe. And two, parchment is so flimsy and so fallible. It's easy. It gets wet, it gets destroyed, it gets on fire, it gets destroyed.
That's
Please
actually
keep-
useful, though, because like if it's all sensitive, we'll get in trouble. We just burn it and it's gone.
The destruction of knowledge is useful? That's a terrible idea.
It still exists here.
But any copying is still important. You could share that with so many people.
Sure.
Wait, you just said that we shouldn't share this knowledge because it's forbidden.
Oh, no, you keep it out of the right hands.
I'm beginning to think this muffler guy's not so smart.
You're sending some mixed messages, Marflo.
He says, just please keep the parchments physically safe as well.
We'll let you make whatever arrangements you see fit to bring.
I am
any
making them
knowledge
with
you
you
want to
right
bring.
now.
Oh, you see, but we're not like for free worker people.
Taylor rolls her eyes.
Well, we have no currency. Our only currency is knowledge and information.
He's paying us with information, Hawk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And by lending his smarts to our
Well,
cause.
you've got a lot of guys here. You could probably get them to carry a few important things to the boat.
It's exhausting just being the only one who looks after our bottom line.
Yeah.
The
He
healing
says-
potions don't buy themselves.
He says, yes, yes. You know what? That is a wiser plan. I will, in fact, if you give me about half a day to move the tablets up. Do you have a boat here?
That's how we got here.
Yes.
Yes. Then yes, I will.
Just remember, it's got to hold us. Plus, you don't weigh it down too much, is what I'm saying, Mark.
Oh yes. We fully understand aquanautics and balance and shipping.
Yeah, of course you do.
We're frogs, dude.
Frogs.
They're toads, actually. And
Toads.
they're-
Oh,
Yeah.
my
in
bad.
ice, they're in
Again.
ice.
Just holds
Yeah.
the
Kind of
boat
racist.
won't sink.
Taylor's making all these stereotypical floats
So,
today.
half a day. Maybe we could pay some of those villagers to dig out the dragon horde.
I like it.
Half a day.
Half a day.
Yeah.
Very well. We should check in with them anyway.
Yeah.
Let them know that their
They'll be
tyrant has
so
been
grateful
defeated.
to us. They'll gladly put in the work so we don't have to.
Unless they have like Stockholm syndrome and they love the dragon.
No, I'm pretty
No,
sure it was clear they
Yeah,
didn't
they
like
begged
it.
us to kill it.
So you guys head back up to the surface area, and you actually notice that you come back up in the main yurt. You can actually see people are there, either like just looking and going like,
So cold down there.
Pela emerges from the hole first, cartwheels into their midst, and throws her fist to the sky. Your tyrant has been defeated. The dragon is dead.
I cast prestidigitation again. Target the head smashes featuring Pela Dragon Slayer.
the feel for the room is you just hear this. Feels like 1,000 pounds have been lifted off of everyone's shoulders. As they all look at each other, they smile. You see some people put their hands on each other's shoulders, like yes, yes. And they immediately begin to break down the yurt as it looks like they are getting ready to get the fuck off of this thing.
Hold on, no. There's a bit of work that needs to be done here. Maybe we can.
Yes, we're leaving. We've been trapped here for this clan has been trapped here for centuries. We're getting off.
But the danger is gone. The dragon is dead.
Yes, and we are going back to what we should have been doing many years ago. We are free. We are not staying here.
That
anymore.
sounds like an excellent plan. I wish you the best. In fact, I'd want to help you. I think you were going to need some coin to bring with you on your journey to trade with passing ships to
help establish your new life.
Yes, to help establish yourself. The outside world has gotten a lot more commercial since you've been here. I don't know if you realize quite how surrounded you are by extremely expensive merchants. Now, give us half a day of labor, and we will give you everything you need to embark on your new excursion.
You see Bonecarver say, "No, we're leaving. This has been the dream of everyone who's lived here since the day they were born. We have lived down here under the rule of a dragon. We don't need any monetary."
Pela stomps up to the leader, and she's like, "That is quite enough. You attempted to poison us. Your champion cheated in his battle against me. You've shamed yourself and doubted the fact that we could defeat this tyrant and save you, which we have now done. Out of gratitude alone, you can at least indulge my friend in a few hours of time before you leave, since we've given you your lives back."
She looks down and says, "And if you were in this situation, would you not have done anything to free your people from being oppressed?"
"I just did. I obviously would. And I would, if it hadn't been me, if it had been someone else to save me from such a circumstance, you're damn right I would be grateful enough to at least listen to their request."
Give me a persuasion.
Pale's not very charismatic, unfortunately. 2! Push 2 fire.
She looks at you and says, No. We have been living in this cell, this prison island for most of us all our lives, or for many of us our
Then what
entire
will a
lives.
few more hours difference be?
No, it's okay,
Tarek
Pale.
steps up is like, he does the nice guy routine, so starts smiling a little bit, is like, "Please, you are a leader. Set an example for the rest of your people. What kind of example and new life would you be starting and doing?
One
if
away
you
from
live?"
anyone else. We
It's all right,
choose to live
But
in
don't you want to
isolation.
start that?
We can
off
just
with-
put the dragon back if that's their attitude. I didn't want to have to do that, but we'll just put it back then. You
We'll
want
just
to
let
put
him
it
out, right? You want to
back?
let him out of the cage we put him in?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just put it right
The
back.
dragon is still alive. Then
Oh yeah, we have him imprisoned in a magical item, of course.
We were
Pela, show her your ring.
give me.
You mean in another dimension?
Pela just lifts up her hand, looking at Lucian like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh yeah. Let's say 25 deception.
That actually does not beat her insight.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
Man.
I rolled a 20 on it.
Yeah.
She looks at you and says, "If Arathor was still alive and you'd fought him, he would be up in the skies right now, blasting this village."
And the fact that can never happen is owed entirely to us.
Oh.
Yeah, you're really ungrateful. I feel.
You can have his treasure. You can have his hoard. We do not care. We just simply want to leave, and that's what we are going to do.
You have absolutely no honor.
No,
You should be ashamed. She's pointing at the entire village. She's like, "I thought that I could find people of strength here, but if you're just going to turn tail at the first opportunity without even a thank you."
What about...
she just looks at you and says, and bows gracefully, "You have our thanks, Halfling, but we are free now, and we are not going to give that up again for anything."
All right. Okay,
Fine.
well then bye, I guess. Have fun on your little journey, not helping us, whatever.
Terry was like, we're in the same place we were. We got to dig it out ourselves.
But you have dumb names too.
You see them immediately begin to break down the oil lamps, the blankets, any food store. It looks like they're just leaving the buildings completely, and they're moving with great haste just to get onto boats and then just get on the water and put their backs to this thing and
Fine,
and
get
never
out of
look
here.
back.
Who needs you?
Yeah, goodbye. Bye now, bye. Bye.
They get it.
Well, it looks like it's up to us.
Yep.
Yeah. By which I mean it's up to you.
Okay, here we go. Dig.
You do have the perfect thing for digging
I
through
rolled
ice.
dig.
Yeah.
You don't need to roll, but you can spend your half a day digging this stuff out of the ice.
So we actually get to the manual later.
Well, we'd have to go back in there, so we'd have to make those
You
concentration
cast
rolls
Eldritch
again.
Drill.
Hawk sings work song to himself. La cliff work hawk. Leggy gawk hook
You have a lovely singing voice, Hawk.
Please.
I don't even know if Vondel's even there.
I will give you a
Yeah,
dragon
that
voice.
I'm digging up this.
Yeah, Pela doesn't
Money
really care
isn't-
about treasure and has more money than she's ever going to need anyway. But But
It's just miserably free shivering and shooting eldritch blasts into the ice.
Okay.
It's gonna be worth it.
So you guys spent a good 6 to 8 hours digging this thing out. It looks like it's only maybe like a foot down beneath the surface, but even digging through that is just.
so wait,
painful
but the
and
cold effect is still active, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
we're
how
gonna roll
many
some saves.
Constitution rolls do we
You
have to
actually
make?
you notice that the draft for the Dragon Pass, you only have to like make regular ones, so it's just regular Constitution checks. DC
relief.
10.
Okay.
I'll say just make one.
Oh, Trevor.
Pass.
My die is near you.
Where is it? You just kicked it. Kick it again. Harder. This way.
Which one? Yeah, figure actually here. I got it.
You guys just like start kicking under the table.
17.
You're good. Just need basic 10s. Everyone get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Okay. So as you dig out, here is what you find. So in coinage wise, you find 700 pieces of gold,
Hey, got pieces!
1,000 pieces of silver,
7 pieces!
20 precious stones.
Let Lucian take note of this, and then we'll
Yeah.
split it up.
Yeah.
What are the stones worth?
The stones are worth 600 each.
Whoa!
That's a dragon horde.
And how many precious metals stones do you find?
20.
I'm writing it
Oh,
down.
and they're worth 600 each. Damn.
Yes.
Yeah.
1 second, and I
Woo, make it rain!
bling bling.
Actually, don't. It's cold up here.
Make it snow.
Freezing rain.
What kind of awesome weapon for?
Make it
Bard
very
do you
sunny
have?
and mild.
Actually, you notice that the light coming from below it was actually not coming from the money.
I didn't think the money was actually
Illuminated.
Yeah.
Bondle fell for it.
Illuminated magic money. Guys, I just want to believe in magic, okay?
You are.
You literally channel the powers of your god on a daily basis.
But can't like
It also
you
could
know,
have been
carve-
enchanted gold.
True. At the bottom, underneath all the money, you actually
Hold on,
discovered,
guys, there's more down here.
you actually discovered that the money was actually covering up a very bright source of light. It looks like to be a shield.
Oh. Well, there you go.
I'm curious what this shield
It looks like it's glowing.
Oh yeah, now he comes. Now he shows up. Me and awkward digging.
Wando pokes his
Couldn't
head
get
down
one
the hole.
solid
Did you
spell.
say shield?
That's a nice shield.
Yeah, hold on, I'll dig it out. Larkly, blue, cockly,
Oh god, please stop.
black ox,
Sounds
leg.
I'm going to get you to record that at the end just so I can end the episode on that. You see it is actually a animated shield.
Oh yeah.
It looks animated.
If it looks like it's just hovers off where it's been buried. It looks like it was buried to keep it contained.
You talking Pixar or anime styles? Or?
Yeah, DreamWorks, not crappy DreamWorks.
man.
Give me.
Oh, it's just a DreamWorks, guys.
But they did how to treat
We got Shrek'd.
I got 25.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
You've heard these before. These are animated shields. It doesn't give you, or it gives you a +1 magical bonus to AC. Nice. And it is known for hovering in the air and protecting the owner of it with a command word.
Whoa,
Yeah.
so he doesn't need to wear it?
No, you can actually have 2 hands free while you
Oh,
That's
awesome.
awesome.
the shield.
Oh.
So,
God. Dual wielding dwarf.
So the shield leaps into the air and hovers in your space to protect you as if you're wielding it, leaving your hands free. The shield remains animated for 1 minute until you use a bonus action to end this effect, or until you are incapacitated or die, at which point the shield falls to the ground or into your free hand if you have one.
Damn.
Yeah, it's kind of cool if you like hiding from battle behind a thing. I guess.
So wait, can you use one of your free hands to wield another shield?
I don't think it would stack.
Yeah, you take the highest bonus
Yes, but-
possible.
Yeah.
But you use a bonus action to send it up to.
Yeah. Bonus action to command it to then just like float and protect. Just me. Then.
Yeah, just you.
Yeah.
A single person. That's still pretty awesome.
Good, yeah.
Because you've got that arrow catching shield.
I do have a
Yeah,
different
you have so
magic.
many shields.
I have 2 magical shields right now.
That's what I'm saying. Dual wielding.
Dual wield.
He's a shield basher.
Unstoppable!
Dual wield.
And actually, unlike your last shield, this one is not cursed.
Yay.
Okay, that was my next question.
How cursed is it?
On a scale of 1 to cursed.
Yeah,
Is it
I would
cursed?
take some looking at the person.
But you do notice that you can see different voids in the ice where different magical items were, and it looks like they've been
Been removed.
removed.
Oh.
So they
Remove them.
actually came and picked up all the stuff that they had previously researched.
Yeah, you know that for a dragon horde, this pile is kind of small.
We should go have a talk with those toads who's taking our dragon horde.
No, they said the cultists came and took it all.
Oh, the cultists.
Yeah, they were studying. The toads were studying the stuff, but the cultists came like a while
Remember,
ago.
they said they did take them like a couple days ago or whatever, or a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Actually, so everyone give me like a history check of 15.
Oh, yeah. I got history.
-1. That is 15. I rolled a 16. Yeah.
12.
Wait,
17.
I know this reference.
So what you know of actually of white dragons is that they are very primal. They're savage, and they're not big on wits or intelligence. It's quite easy to dupe a white dragon. Just don't piss one off. So to try and part a white dragon with some of its treasure is probably not the hardest thing in the world.
So they could have like bargained with it or tricked it
Yeah.
somehow, or convinced that it was necessary. Somehow.
They're not of sharp mind or keen wit.
If you give us this treasure now, you'll get more treasure later.
Not like something like you'd have like a green or a black dragon.
Right. Whereas they're just like, but this is my treasure now. Okay.
So you haul that pile. You haul all that.
That shield must have had some sentimental value for him.
Actually, you notice it is actually dwarf size and has a white palm on it, which is a very ancient order of dwarven, the same order that Anthar Froom has.
Oh, yeah.
But it looks like his that emblem is probably centuries old.
Damn.
Oh.
Like the silver gauntlet?
Yeah.
Cool. While we're down here, actually, Pele's going to go back over to the Dragon Corpse and pry off a scale.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That she's going to fashion into a necklace for her to wear to remember this by.
Awesome. Potentially, you can also turn that into a magical item down the road if you.
Oh,
wish.
cool.
Yeah, I did that like a nature roll to see what you can harvest from a.
You don't need a nature roll. Pretty much anything that comes off of a dragon corpse is going to be valuable.
Magical somehow, yeah.
Yeah.
Dragon bladder, dragon spleen, dragon teeth.
Weird.
Yeah, I guess we should.
Yeah, I'll
maybe-
take a tooth, I guess.
Yeah, you just hack away at it.
Yeah.
Butcher this thing.
Yeah.
Mutilate
I'll
the bodies.
take. I guess his wishbone is pretty big.
Yes.
You also have to slice him open and dig through his guts.
How big would it be?
He was large or a huge size, so he
4x4, right?
he was easily 20 feet tall.
Oh, his wishbone would be totally crackable. Anyone want to crack his wishbone with me? Here, all this will be fine. I'm gonna pull out his wishbone.
Hawk, that seems really labor intensive. Like, that'll take as long as it did to dig through
No,
the
hold
ice.
on.
Oh, God. Oh, the gore.
Oh, maybe I could get someone to make some nice dragon leather armor.
Okay, here it is. Come make a wish with me. Someone wants to make a wish.
If anyone wants to make a wish, it's going to be contested strength check to win the.
That was disgusting, Hawk.
Yeah, he's also covered in gore and viscera, and I'm going to pretty much say the rest of the dragon's been ruined as Hawk is like not using his axe, but his maul to hack into.
Should I
it.
get myself a dragon tooth?
Yes, I'll say
The
one.
tooth wouldn't have been affected.
Its mouth would be okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Get who wants this? Come on, someone do it. Listen, come on.
Sure,
get
I'm
inside.
sorry.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
Make your wish. Make your wish first.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh!
is it
Contested strength check.
just straight strength?
Yeah.
11.
I win. I rolled a 15.
Hey, good one! Way to go!
You actually hear like a dry kind
Hawk
of
lost his
snap.
grip.
Yeah.
Lost his grip from being covered in war.
Lucien falls backwards, completely surprised.
Hey, made a wish,
And
buddy!
like to the bone on top of him, he's now like covered in gore.
You win!
Yay!
What's your wish? To get this bone off of you?
Stop telling me wish. It makes it not come
Yeah, I
true.
can't tell you.
It has to be magic. But you can give it to the DM. And I'll
Actually, do that. Let me see what Write it down for me now.
Yeah, making a wish on a dragon wishbone must be
DM must know
some kind
everything.
of magical.
Like the penguin, the DM must know everything.
Are you guys ready to take off?
I guess, yeah, if there's nothing else on this iceberg.
Marflub has loaded his tablets onto the boat.
Thanks for waiting for us, Captain.
It's like, so I assume everything went okay?
Oh yeah, dragon's dead. We plundered its riches. We're bringing some of these ice toads back to civilization, and the villagers left because they're a bunch of whiny bitches.
This one here is his name's really Mike. Okay, just call him Mike. It's nice for him. Don't call him
You see
whatever.
Marflub kind of like with his leathery pads.
Look, Marflub, I'm looking out for you, man. Marflub, okay. You're not,
Actually,
go back, Mike.
my name in your tongue is Marflub.
Yeah, but he's not gonna go by that because it's just not gonna go by
well for him.
Trying to help Mark. Trying to save him from ridicule. Don't tell the kids at school that's your name.
And you notice that Macath the Crimson has come up and she's brought several of her books from her library as well. Says, and I finally get to go back home. It's been 5 years since...
Well, we did come here to rescue you. That's kind of like why we came here in the first place.
Yes. She says, well, let's start that journey home.
Yeah.
So you notice that the frost skimmer is actually, because of its shallow keel, the sailors actually get out, and it's on the ice as they spin it around and then just push it back into the water. Looks like, because this is a boat built for ice travel, and you guys begin the weeks-long travel back down south. So yeah, you guys can heal up full hit points.
Obviously, long rest.
Yeah.
We go up to 11.
Lots of long rests.
Yeah. So you guys can officially go up to 11 now.
And do we get our hit dice back? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, half hit dice back.
Yeah. With
But I guess with a couple of nights sleep.
Yeah, with the weeks you're traveling, you're gonna be back at full and everything.
Yeah.
So as you come down the coastline, you actually notice that the captain calls you guys out on the deck because he has something important he wants you guys to see.
What is it?
As you come out, you can see billows and billows of black smoke coming up from the coastline.
Oh no.
As you're coming down, and you say, it's been like this for the past couple of hours as we exited the Arctic waters. I know of a couple of farm communities over that way. I know there was a small village further down the road, and as you just you look down, you see just almost the sky's been blotted out with just the amount of smoke going on. It's like,
Oh, nice.
something's happened. Something's gone on here. They have been something terrible's happened along the Sword Coast here.
Well, let's pull up to the nearest port and find out what's going on.
Yeah. Actually, as you begin to pull up to the nearest port, you hear all the sound in the environment just stop. You notice that all the seabirds flying along the boat look severely agitated. Tarek, you actually hear a giant BOOM! BOOM!
So yeah.
And you feel full of rage. You feel drawn to action. You feel like you have to attack and destroy anything in your way.
Okay.
You don't actually have to, fluff wise, but you feel like a sense of rage just build into you.
So yeah, as the bonds come in, I kind of seize up. I seize up and kind of.
It goes on for about 30 seconds and then stops.
Right, and then let's just say I start all of a sudden like gripping the edge of the ship like really tightly, like the railing, and just like start grinding my.
You notice that he's actually beginning to like splinter and dig into the wood. He's like putting cracks in.
Oh, Derek, it's not our boat.
Something's going on. I'm overcome with this feeling of like being drawn to action and anger and rage. There is something going on, and we definitely need to check it out. This is definitely a part of the story we need to explore.
Did you hear like a big wah noise like they talked about with the muffler?
Yes. There was something. There was a giant ringing sound.
Guys, I figured it out. It's the dragon horn again.
I think he just wants attention. You know, Tarek.
The cultists.
Lucian's explanation is probably true.
The cultists are moving up their timeline. They must be attacking more cities along the Sword Coast.
You can actually see a fishing community that looks like, or what the remains of a fishing community up along the coast. You see the captain guided, and they actually like sail the frost skimmer up to the beach and beach it a little bit. And as you come in, you can just see that houses have been destroyed and torched by fire. You can see remnants of charred bones, almost like I think Amperit or Baru and Barit from Star Wars. You just see charred skeletons just. And it looks like.
So it doesn't look like there could be any survivors.
No, there are absolutely no survivors. And as you go looking into some of the buildings look like they've not been touched at all, and it looks like they're buildings that contain something of great importance, and it looks like they've just been emptied out.
This we're all seeing from the boat. I assume.
No, you can get off and go.
Well, if there's nothing there and it's all charred, why would we land?
Well, to get closer.
We should land at the first place that looks like we could actually make a difference.
Maybe we could find out which way they were going from there or something.
Well, let's just look down the coast and see how far the
Actually,
fire goes.
give me a survival check.
Oh, I'm good at these.
So am I. Not today, though. 10.
15 is what you need.
Oh.
Well, I got 16.
Nice. So as you
20.
There you go. So everyone got 15 or higher. You look down, and you can immediately see it looks like a big, not so much of a fighting battle, but a big event took place here. As you see many footsteps, many of the boots have the same markings on them, various humanoid sizes, and you can see a couple of giant dragon footprints in the dirt and the sand. And as you look around the village, it looks like it's all confined to that one village. So it looks you surmise that something flew in, dropped off a bunch of people, butchered everybody, and then flew off again.
Whoa.
Damn.
This is pretty efficient as far as killing goes. I'm actually quite impressed by the way
We need to
they-
follow those tracks.
The flying tracks?
No, the tracks on the ground.
Yeah, he just said that they flew in, attacked, and flew away.
Oh,
if you want to follow the tracks,
I thought he kept them on.
you will be going in circles.
I'd like to do divination as a ritual once again.
Nice.
Try to,
Good idea.
to divine what was hollowed, what was taken from this building.
Okay, so you go into. So how long is your
3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay, so you go into like this little prayer as you try and divine what's happened, and you feel yourself having an out-of-body experience as you fly up into the sky, and you're looking down, just kind of hovering above you, and you just see a giant red dragon, colossal in size, and has many cultists on the back, and you actually notice that it has some flying demons, devils as well, that come down in. And you notice that you can see the devils are waving their hands, and these giant poisonous gas clouds come out, and people are just dropping dead as the dragon just strafes by with fire. You notice that the one building in the middle looks like a pristine temple, is actually an old ancient altar to the goddess of the sea. And that you see them come running in. That's where this village kept any wealth they had or any type of magic item they had was stored in this place. As you see women, children, families, people just trying to defend stuff, just getting cut down, incinerated, poisoned. There's no regard for human life here, as they just came in for the temple, destroyed any type of statues in it, and then ransacked it as they threw it onto already looked like saddlebags on the side of the dragon. Threw it in there, they got on and just kept going down the coast. You see, as you come down, you land closer down. You see this transparent vision of what appears to be a wood elf come walking out of the forest, and she looks at you and says, "When the forests ask for help, you should answer." And then she vanishes, and you find yourself back in your own.
When the forest asks for help.
What?
What did you see, Ronald?
So he describes the terrible attack that happened on the village with these dark fiends with no regard for the light of Palor and the life. These terrible fiends that destroyed all these towns and just ransacked. And then he describes the wood elf and her message.
So when the forest asks for help, you should listen. That seems to me like she's telling us the forest is the next place we should go.
Well, she's saying that when the forest asks for help, we should listen.
Well, what forest is in line with, I guess, closest to the coast that has a settlement that could be attacked?
Well,
Good question.
you do have there is there are substantial forests around in the area. Right now the you don't know of any like historically significant forests. It's just kind of like a general coastal forest by the side of you. You see the captain saying, if there are dragons in the area, I don't want to be a sitting target for one. I suggest we go back to Waterdeep and keep this thing mobile and harder to hit.
All right.
And if it's a fire thing we're dealing with, I'd rather be on the water than.
Well, this battle has already ended.
You know your boat's made of wood, right?
Yes, but my boat's also quite nimble.
All right.
Yeah,
Captain, don't worry. If a dragon shows up, we'll kick its ass for you.
Yeah, don't worry
This
about
battle is already over. We're too late for these poor people.
I'd like to ask Marflov and McCath if they have any idea where the green dragon would possibly be, or where known layers are.
I was to say, well, green dragons are notoriously forest dragons. They actually, I will read you their share of knowledge about green dragons and their forests.
We saw a red dragon. Or, sorry, Vondel did.
Yeah, I saw a red dragon. That's true.
Red dragons in the forest are actually quite uncommon.
Yeah, because they would burn it down.
They're
It would
mostly,
not be a forest for very long.
Yeah.
they're mostly volcano and fire,
Interesting.
Right.
hot caves type of things.
Damn.
Green dragons, however, do enjoy forests. And that they actually physically transform the forest they're in, that they've claimed as their domain. It becomes hue and green light. You always have an acrid smell of poison, and there's always like a poisonous fog that
Gross.
culminates around. And also that
Dragon farts.
Macats, that's actually green dragons are actually more physically adept at stalking through forests. Their legs are longer, so they can climb over underbrush, and they've also established a mental link with all of the lesser creatures around it, so that it can look it through all their eyes simultaneously, and they'll actually report any goings-ons of intruders coming into their domain. So it's exceptionally difficult to sneak up on a green dragon.
It's near impossible.
Sheesh.
Well,
Good to know.
It's good to know. Yeah.
And also, they have the keenest ability to completely vanish their tracks through a forest. Like, if you or I were to clod through a forest, we'd be creating a giant path of broken bushes and branches and whatnot. It would be very clear where we went. Green dragons have this uncanny ability to leave no trace whatsoever from behind.
Crap.
So they're quite great ambush stalkers.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And Marfla says, yes, and they are quite peculiar in their treasures either. They're not so much item-conserving, hoarding dragons. Their treasure to them is humanoids or people. They like to keep them as trophies and keep them in terror the entire time. And
Live people?
live people, oh yes, it's quite a common thing for green dragons to, instead of taking treasure, they'll kidnap people and keep them prisoner and hostage and just live off the terror they instill. Always threatening them to show a value for the day, or else they'll be consumed. They particularly do not. They particularly have a taste for elves and half elves.
Gulp.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'm fine to continue on.
Did you see anyone kidnapped in your vision?
I don't believe I did. No. There's just the wood elf who's asking, asking us to aid the forest.
Okay, well.
I guess also
Be ready, Forest, whenever you want to speak up.
You're saying that to the forest?
Okay, Forest, just give me a heads up, some advance notice if you can, and be good to go. All right, I think we're done here.
Okay, you guys come sailing back into Waterdeep. The mood of the boat is diminished quite a bit. And again, going along the coast, you just see billows of different colored smoke coming up from different places along the coast. Some look like it's on the coast, some look like it's further inland. But there has been an assault that's happened.
On Waterdeep?
Not on Waterdeep, but
Okay.
like on the
Surrounding
areas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Less defended towns.
So you guys pull into Waterdeep, and you can tell security's already heightened. There's actually like Navy vessels making sure that boats coming in have proper flags and identification. The frostskimmer actually gets stopped, and you get ID'd and checked before they get sent in.
show our writs of Waterdeep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Who you bossing around?
That's right.
No. As soon as they see those, they actually like, oh, you should go to the council meeting right away. It's quite important. So like, things have been happening.
We've returned with Macath. We succeeded in our mission.
They don't even know. Like, it looks like the security is much more concerned that they keep Waterdeep secure and tight and not letting strangers in.
We're not
So
strangers.
they're not letting us in?
No, they're letting
they're letting you in. They're
Oh,
just
yeah,
being,
we have writs of Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Super letting us in.
they're just being very, very tight with security.
Flash our badge.
Right.
Yeah. You don't want to talk to my partner here.
All right. So where do you guys want to head to first? You head to the Arcane Brotherhood. You can head to.
Well, yeah. Let's get our path back to her.
I'm sure she's anxious.
You show up at the host tower, and you actually see a lot of surprised people because usually they expect Arcane Brotherhood people just to teleport in on the teleport screen. Like, oh, doubly surprised they do a double take when they see McCath. Like,
the door.
People walking on the door.
Savages.
You see the head of the Arcane Brotherhood come running down. He's like, McCath! As they hug each other. He's like, it's how did you clearly saved her? I can't thank you enough. And she says, yes, and I've promised them that the Arcane Brotherhood will help them out, whatever their cause. And he says, yes, of course. I wouldn't think of any otherwise. I'll let the council know right away. I'm so amazed. This is amazing. You've been gone for 5 years. Like, yes, it was a dreadful 5 years being contained by
She's being held captive by a white dragon, but we killed it.
Then you'll probably want to go see the council. There's been an uptick in dragon activity.
Well, we killed our dragon. Where's everyone else?
Yeah.
Pick up the slack.
Well,
the two things are not connected. It's not our fault that other people are dying. We killed the dragon. Isolated event, not a connection. You're trying to pin this on us, man.
I don't think so. Getting a little paranoid, Hawk.
Have you been eating those mushrooms again?
They're tasty. They taste like every color.
What does it taste like? Oh wait, I know this.
Alright, to the council.
so you head to the council, and the very first thing you see is that there's been a change in the council.
What?
Is that Lord Neverwinter is actually not in charge of the Lord's Alliance, which is the collection of kingdoms and stuff like that.
Well, I guess it's winter now.
Who?
Winter is coming.
Someone else is
going.
taken over, and 1 second, I will tell you who that is.
Well, they have a rotating. Seat.
Actually, no, they don't.
Oh.
No.
Narco syndicate is coming.
Lady Silverhand has taken over, and it appears
Definitely role playing now.
from the. It appears from just the rumors and rumblings you hear is that there was a council vote where they elected Lady Silverhand to take over because they believe that Lord Neverremember was actually diverting resources towards rebuilding the highway instead of actually defending.
These goddamn liberals. Goddamn
Tax and spend.
Yeah.
Tax and spend liberals.
Who's gonna watch the gates, huh?
Not that guy.
Just giving out no bid contracts to his pals. Building roads.
Friendly reminder,
That'd be
even though this will be
never
months afterwards, go out and vote. So the council comes in and so what is your report with the Dracohorn and the trip up north?
We saved McCath. We slew the old white death. The Dragonhorn was not there. The cult got that.
You hear some chagrin and but they're like, but that is one less dragon we have to deal with.
Yeah.
Why don't we get Mike to tell him all about it?
Mike is not with you. Mike was not invited.
Wow, we got this guy
But
Mike.
she got him to agree by saying he could come back to the Arcane Brotherhood and read their library.
Yeah, I guess he's still with her then.
He's still with the Arcane
He's
Brotherhood.
not in the
He's not.
council.
He's not invited.
That was where he went
Council.
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not here with us, which might have been convenient, but there's a guy who knows everything
Yes.
about this.
You actually see Conrad Braunabel standing like, you killed the old white death?
Yeah.
Actually, I did.
Well,
Sailor
we all
picks up.
did.
I like to
Taylor,
point out that
This-
there's a lot of softening in the kill.
Yes, we all contributed.
We all helped Pela.
But we all contributed, but it was
Kind of
Pela.
a glory hound.
Pela who struck the final blow, as the story goes, and she's now known as Pela Dragonslayer.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
it's
I hold up my tooth.
Also, in the journey, I would have spent some time in ritual and also divining about the animated shield with the Anthar's single hand on it. So what have I maybe learned?
You actually know it's from
Shield.
an old sect of the Order of the Silver Hand.
Okay.
that you don't know the name of this individual dwarf, but he's been alive hundreds of years ago. That he was actually the leader of the Order of the Silver Hand, or Silver Gauntlet, sorry, and that he he let out it's called a dragon's moot, which dwarfs do as every now and then was organize a hunting party to go after a dragon. And unfortunately, this dragon's moot did not end well for him in this party. As
they tried to go after White Death.
Yeah, they tried to take down Old
I
White
guess we
Death.
know what happened there.
And he claimed it as a prize, and it's probably why he decided to keep the shield as opposed to let other items go, because it was a personal trophy of his.
Right.
Yeah, I'll show Bronin this ancient shield
He says,
as proof.
Where did you find that? As an artifact from our people that has not been seen in centuries.
We found it.
It was part of the Great White Death's dragon horde, and we were able to secure it after his demise.
I watched this video because we don't have to answer any questions about anything. So, and am I being detained?
Free man on the land.
Are we being detained, sir?
You see him. You see Bronanvil nod his head, and he says, and for the first time, probably a calm voice, he's like, "Very well then. Maybe you're not as incompetent as you're given the appearance to be. I salute your slaying of a mighty foe of the dwarven people." As he sits down in deep it looks like you've actually earned some respect from him.
Okay. Good.
He says, "And what of Macath? She is okay."
Yes.
She's been returned to her compatriots in the Arcane Brotherhood. We're having a celebration now.
We've even brought back specialists who had spent years studying the Dracahorn. His name is Marflub, and he is to be respected.
Okay, don't make jokes about his name because it's so stupid. Just call him Mike. It's not.
Hawk, the only one making jokes about his name is you.
I'm not making jokes about
They nod and smile, and they say, "Very good." And I assume the Arcane Brotherhood has offered their help for returning one of their lost members.
Absolutely.
They owe us so big time for that.
You actually see Anthar come and say, "Whoa! Are we talking about joining with the Arcane Brotherhood? This is an association that openly accepts evil mages and necromancers and demon summoners.
We are enlisting their help, and this is a concern that involves all of us.
Anthar, we're facing a threat that is on global in scale. We need as much help as we can possibly
Like
get.
thousands of dragons.
And the Brotherhood has access to a great deal of arcane might that will be useful against Tiamat.
Yes, and some of that involves dealing with death and necromancy and demon summon. This is not a way that we should be going about this. This is foolish and
Sounds like it would be pretty good in terms of killing people, which is what's going to be needed.
Your enemies are going to be bringing death and destruction to your door. If we let them
we
win,
will be inviting death and destruction into our own council if we
let them win.
Anthar. Now is not the time for to let petty differences tear us apart. This is the time, and I turn to the whole council, together and rise as one to face down the enemy of civilization. Tiamat is our foe.
Prestidigitation, fireworks.
You see Remy nod and smile like, these are the people that I hired. These are the people, and you see like lots of clapping. And the only person actually, it's kind of almost a contrast now of even Bronham was like, yo, we have to get on this. Anthar looks kind of upset that the Arcane Brotherhood is coming. He's like, you cannot trust people who deal with death and demon summoning is nefarious. And while they may have fractions of good people, and they equally allow people who study the dark and black arts to...
Look, you can't bring a short bow to a dragon fight. You know, you gotta go in with like a maul and a great axe and you just go right for the throat and kill him no matter how it takes. So,
What is your sword, Anthar, if not a tool of death?
yeah, pretty
Yes, but I've not sacrificed any souls or reanimated any bodies or made any deals with the devil.
Yeah, so what if someone's soul gets sucked into a sword or something? No one really cares as long as the bad guy dies.
I think that'd be a terrible thing.
On Thor,
Let's not get off track here.
on Thor, I know many of your stories, especially
does
of
not
the
represent
role
us.
in life you decided to take.
You also, just as a history background, you remember that Elturel is literally a city built to fight the undead.
Yeah, and Elturel.
And that Onthar's legends are all fighting the undead.
Yeah, all your legends are about fighting the hordes of the undead. Elturel was built itself to ward against the undead. I think you would argue yourself that your sword's not a tool of death, but a way to preserve life. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to preserve life by working with all these other people. Look at what we've created in this council so far. And if you don't let that stop now, don't you let you be the last hurdle before we can take on this.
You need to roll. He looks at you and says, "I respect and love your decisions, but that is just one I cannot agree with. I will go with the will of the council, but I will be of vocal opposition to the Arcane Brotherhood."
As long as you will follow the will of the council and we'll have your support, that will do. This is a democracy, so voices that oppose us are welcome, and they will be heard.
You see the representative from the Emerald Enclave. He stands up. Let's see, get his name again. Who is Delan Winterhound. He says, "Actually, if you've had encounters with the dragons have been rising up. We've been getting reports for weeks on end of villages, towns, cities being attacked and destroyed and just ransacked for loot.
We passed them, yeah.
We've seen the devastation ourselves.
Real burned up.
I do have some information that may be specifically in your wheelhouse, as it were. And you see the Elven King, King Melandark, just kind of wave him off dismissively. He's like, not this again. Like, it's rumors and hearsay. He's like, well, Your Majesty, with all due respect, the Emerald Enclave is not bound by kingdom territories. But we have had rumors of a dragon attack in the Misty Forest, where a person dressed in green with a green dragon mask was flying around.
That doesn't sound important.
Wait! Didn't he have a thing about a forest?
Nah, I don't remember that.
Fondle.
Putting it together.
Tell me more. What else do you know of this?
Usually when I hear about something twice, it's like we have to go there. That's what happens.
It says, well, we've been having green dragon attacks in the Misty Forest. King Melandrak's own territory, which he refuses to accept. Or it's like, we've increased Elven security and increased the amount of soldiers there that we've fought them off, and they're now. And it looks like there's two conflicting opinions of what's actually going on.
Right.
It's like, Melandrak, I appreciate your candor in the matter, but the druids and the rangers I'm associated with, these attacks are happening. And there are lots of reports of someone dressed in green, which we assume to be a worm speaker riding a dragon. Being as your company... Oh, yeah. Being as your company's had the most dealings with dragon masks and worm speakers, that this should be something that we should send you to deal with and possibly maybe obtain another dragon mask.
You are correct.
You are.
I'm pretty skilled in animal handling, so...
This does definitely sound like something that Vondel's vision referred to. So I think this is a good starting point and a good place for us to look for the next mask.
The guards are guiding our hand.
Yeah, I can clear. I feel Halor's guidance is sending us to the forest.
It says, very well then, we can send you, we can give you a way out there.
Teleportation, sir?
We can tell to an area. We've had rumors or had hearings of a small encampment named Altand, which has been recently attacked. Many casualties, but it seemed like they were able to fight off the dragon. That would probably be your best bet to tracking down this worm speaker and this green dragon mask.
Okay.
All right. Do we have any more further information about about the worm speaker or this man flying around, or this person flying around in a mask?
So only through accounts of survivors and witnesses who've survived many other attacks. This dragon has been flying around many parts of the Misty Forest.
All right.
And it seems odd as he seems to be the only one account of a green dragon doing it, whereas multiple dragons are involved in multiple attacks on different places. So
maybe there's more than
this is why we feel it may be the green dragon mask.
Right.
That's over there.
Okay. All right. So I guess that's the end of the meeting, or
okay. Is there any other news? From the forces of Tiamat.
We do know that through our spy, or the Zentarine, the Black Hand, the spy agency, or the Assassins Guild, as well said, we do know that they are marshaling forces around the Forgotten Realms right now.
Right.
That they are sending out envoys to. They're literally just raising the ground.
But you guys realize they just blew that horn again, right? Somebody felt that, right?
You see them all like.
You don't have a single dragonborn
There's
on
not
this
a
council?
dragonborn in the city.
Wow.
Well,
Get some representative people.
in the city, yes. On the council, no.
Yeah. All right. So on.
Well, you've got one now.
Yeah, Tarek.
Tarek, I appoint you to the council.
What?
I can do that, right?
No, you actually do.
Council liaison.
I'm pretty sure I can.
But yeah, I while we were on the ship heading back home to Waterdeep, and we passed the destruction and the forest, and we saw the smoke, I did feel a clanging, a familiar ringing in my ears that I felt when we first came to Waterdeep, and I was overcome with a sense of rage and battle and wanting to destroy. So it was definitely blown again. It looks like they're gathering more forces, so maybe there's some more urgency that we need to think about.
You see Remy say, well, we did deal them a severe blow by taking their hoard, so their funds are severely depleted. So whatever they're trying to pay for, they're probably trying to amass another hoard right now.
Mm-hmm. By taking away their hoard, you've actually caused more attacks to come to the countryside.
That'd be our fault.
But we have slowed down the ritual that they are looking to perform.
That's
that
the
will
most
destroy the world. So it's still a win.
You still
He said, they say, very well then. Delan Winterhound gives you guys the notes on Altand. Mm-hmm. It's a very small wood elf community in the burrows of the Misty Forest. He says,
archers.
He says, there's a priest that runs the community there. She should probably be your first contact there when you land. Mm-hmm. Says, gather as much information because from what it sounds like, these attacks are random and sporadic. There's no pattern to them. But if we can track down the green dragon mask, that would be ideal.
Yes, it would.
Take another weapon out of the hands of the Cult of the Dragon.
I suppose ideal would be if they just brought the dragon mask to us and gave it to us.
You see him laughing. Like,
that would be ideal.
That would be bliss.
And a couple gold. Handling fee.
Yeah.
Shipping and handling.
Maybe some free coffees.
Yeah.
Throwing some free stuff for goodwill.
But you can't sit around waiting for dragon masks and free coffee to show up. You have to go get that coffee.
Actually, the coffee's over in the corner over there.
Okay.
You can only have 5. The scones are also...
All right.
The scones are also cursed.
Again, you guys can make whatever preparations you want for...
Well, we have a boatload of dragon parts and money. Let's see if we can find some skilled craftsmen to turn these dragon parts into something cool.
That's true.
And we also have new friends in the Arcane Brotherhood. Maybe
can I
some enchanters.
Can I make a dragon sword rapier?
They very much out of a tooth, probably not.
Oh,
you can make a dagger out of it.
How about a magical rod or wand out of a dragon tooth?
Yep, you very much could.
Yeah.
You actually head up to the Arcane Brotherhood, and the fact that you brought Macath back there, they say the only thing working against you would just be time. It would take us a couple of weeks to forge But yes, we would absolutely do that for anyone who helped out McCaff.
Could you do like that for my axe? Something cool with my axe?
You'd have to leave it with them, huh?
Yeah.
I can go buy another one. Or like, how much?
Yeah, they'll be using it to get.
Yeah, we could leave
Very
the stuff
true.
with them and then like get it back later.
Can I buy some sort of magical thing that adds to my bardic abilities?
The podcast.
Hey, you guys, just a question. I know this. We did just kill a dragon, so there's like an extra dragon soul that's around there. Is there a way to maybe like capture that and to put it inside the great axe?
Why would you do that? That's a terrible idea.
No, because like then every time you kill someone, they actually eat its soul, and then the person dies really good.
That is equally a terrible idea.
And it also
Why
has this damage it can't heal. It's like just it was a very good. Sword.
That sounds awful. Why would you even conceive of something like that?
These are the demon summoners and necromancers.
They seem pretty predictable to me, Arthar.
Okay, so maybe the
pretty
dragon
evil.
soul's not necessary, but maybe there's some way to make this axe really kill people very badly and in lots of pain.
Well, we can probably enchant it for you, but oh, good God, no! We'd never do anything that insane. That's terrible.
Well, if we had like a smaller soul, like if I killed like a person. Or
Let's just establish here. Let's not deal in any soul transactions right now.
just working with what I know, So if you're the experts, you guys tell me what we can do that's not so evil and bad. But
Are there any
still,
sort of, like-
people really good.
Hawk, give me an insight roll.
Oh, very bad.
What's the number?
One.
Okay.
I rolled
He says
2.
he looks at you deadpan, and he's just kind of sweating on the side. Says, "We can do absolutely no soul transfers into weapons in this place at all."
Okay, well, no soul transfers, but then maybe you could do something that's kind of equally good.
Well, we can enchant. If you leave it with us, we will definitely see what we can do about enchanting your axe.
Okay, great. Well, I guess,
Could you enchant possibly like some, or maybe sell some sort of amulets, or loan some sort of amulets that would like increase spellcasting ability? Are there anything like that? That's what I'm asking. I'm like out of character. I'm asking
out of character, there's no items like that anyways.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's
I'm
what I was
actually
asking.
gonna not leave this great axe. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna go find a better axe that you can enchant. So I'm gonna go find an
Fancier one.
axe, and I'm gonna get someone to like paint blood dripping down the handles.
Flames on it? You gonna play flames on it?
Yeah, definitely
You
flames.
see him look and say, like, look, we are an institution of knowledge and practicing of the arcane arts. Although, while we can help you out with some items, we are not a warehouse or a store.
Yeah, no, but I'm going
Of
to
course.
a different
Yeah.
store.
But I've got a nice shiny dragon tooth for you. Surely we could craft this into some kind
this,
of
this we can
wand.
Yeah,
This
this
just
would
a
be
great.
Halo holds up her dragon scale. What could you do with this?
There's a million different things. We could turn it into a throwing star. We could turn it into a dagger. We could turn it into some type of amulet.
Can you make it into a throwing star that's enchanted to return to my hand?
Oh, easily, yes, very easily.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Here, she hands it over.
Yeah.
I'll stick some scales. What kind of so it would be like what kind of amulets could you build out of this?
Well, it's essentially we harness into the power of the magics that initially were into it. So, if depending on type of dragon it was, we could possibly do some type of like cold enchantment or some type of resistance enchantment or some type of thing.
An amulet of dragon cock. Bestows you,
Yeah. Oh wait, actually, let's think ahead, guys. What kind of breath weapon does a green dragon have?
Oh,
Poison.
poison.
Right?
Oh,
yeah.
well, never mind. I'm set.
You just brought that up to brag.
Yeah.
about your poison.
I'll take-
resistance.
No, I forgot.
I have a ring of
I
poison.
didn't know.
I'll
It's
present my scales and say I would like some sort of defensive item of resistances.
Say we will
1, 2, 3, 4.
we will do our best to accommodate you with your.
Oh, wait, we'll already be out there.
Yeah, no, this is when I get back.
There'll only be the red dragon left.
Yeah, that's
So
fair
like
enough.
on fire.
Well, it'll be whatever it was native to, right?
Oh, right.
I can't
right,
decide.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah.
What's the next convenient dragon I should be fighting?
No. Yeah. It'll just be, if we ever face probably cold demons again, I will maybe be a
there
bit
you go.
more immune to it.
You say we've also had word that you are traveling out to the Misty Forest. We
Yes.
can drop you in the area, no problem.
Fantastic.
Great.
Are there anything we should know about the forest? Like, is there like an obscuring cloud that like makes sight difficult or anything like that?
Just as a fair warning, I'm going to ask you to tone down on the technical topic.
Okay. Yeah.
he just he looks at you and says, "Well, it is the Misty Forest. It is constantly shrouded in mist, so it is named for that reason. It is the treetops are stories high. It is quite a magical place, quite a wonderful place too.
Like Tahiti?
So what is Tahiti you speak of?
It's a magical place.
But yes, we can drop you in the area of Altan, no problem at all.
Oh, great!
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks for the lift.
We also have this, hoard of money.
Yeah.
We should find a bank or something.
There's actually a bank you can drop it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can joint
So
account, Wilson's account.
Wilson's account sounds like.
Wait,
a good
what's
idea.
a bank?
Oh, well, a bank is a place, money lending building where you house
It's
your money.
institution.
Yes.
Wait,
It's a
so you
place
just
with
give
overly
somebody else
restrictive
all my
clothing
money?
restrictions.
And they keep it
hold
safe
it.
for you.
Yeah, they'll hang on to it for you, and you can get it back later.
At any time.
Also,
I don't have to be
Physically
carrying
carry
all
it
this
around.
money?
And they give you
No, you
back
don't.
more than you gave them the first time, although not much more.
Hawk's business acumen.
What?
coming
How does
in.
that work?
It's a concept called interest.
They just what they do is they give it to other people who give them back more money, and then it's like a circle. So everyone's giving everyone more
Wait a
money.
minute,
than
but
they
if that
used to
just
have.
keeps going out in a chain, where's all this extra money coming from?
Don't ask these questions. It's like very, there's the
Is this like a magical ritual? Like this is how new money is created?
Yeah, let's call it that.
Yeah.
It might as well be,
Economics in D&D.
Oh man, we're really going down.
Well,
the
I
rabbit
am
hole
getting
now.
really tired of carrying around all this platinum.
Yeah, you can easily show that off at the bank if you want.
Yeah, I've got good pocket change, but yeah, we'll put all the gems and stuff that I have written down, and gold and silver, all this stuff that was.
Is there
in the
anything we
Dragon
can
Forge
actually
network?
spend
Is
this
there-
money on that would
Oh,
help
there
us
it
Is there
somehow?
any shipping expeditions that are going out that Hawk can invest in?
Yeah, actually, absolutely. We'll deal with that afterwards.
Yeah.
I'd rather not turn this into a spreadsheet game.
Yeah, no worries.
So I'm just gonna
donate.
start
We'll give some of his money to the Church of Palor.
I'm gonna start a bank section on my character sheet, so
Fair
let's
enough.
keep track of what we have.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna like when you play Bank and Monopoly, huh?
Yeah.
Interest-free loans to yourself.
So you guys ready to head off to...
Yes.
I want to go
Yes.
get drunk in a tavern first.
Yeah, you can totally do
I
that.
go get drunk in a tavern.
Yep.
And then I sneak in. I show up drunk at a bathhouse. Like, give me the one with the rose petals.
Alright, well, while Hawk is out drinking,
Living it up.
Yeah.
Bondo would go see Anthar to ask him about
that's nice.
if they've been looking into the sword we told them about last time we were in town.
He looks at you and says, or you sit down with him and he says,
Okay, we did tell him about that.
You
yeah,
tell them about that.
it is quite a cursed sword. It is...
Yeah, were you able to clean up that little...
Oh, who's in the meeting with this?
It's just these two, right?
I would go with Bondo, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you went with okay.
We didn't tell anybody else, right?
All right.
Yeah, I think we just told Anthar that you and I, yeah.
All right. Tarek's in a tavern playing, probably at the one Hawks.
Well, Skin and Skiz are sampling some fine cigars and brandy.
Nice.
Living it up.
Yeah.
playing in a tavern.
So Anthar says,
As
so
Bard does.
the news that we do have, it's got a storied past of being involved in conquest and annihilation of entire peoples. It is not I'm quite surprised it did not take hold of your barbarian friend sooner. It is quite a potent piece of weaponry you guys had in your hands. I'm actually kind of glad it's no longer with us. Is it in a safe place?
Well, we told them where it was.
Oh, at the bottom of the well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, in like a mummy's tomb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we told them the location.
Yeah, we told them. I think so.
I'd have to double check.
We'd have to check previous episodes.
Yeah,
to be sure.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Forget what is canon.
I think it was a case of you asked him to go send some people to go
Yeah.
find it. And
Yeah,
get
I
it
think
and
we-
keep it
Okay,
safe.
you're right.
Yeah.
And he says, "Sir, actually, based on that, he's like, yes, we do have it. Like it is.
You've recovered it.
We've recovered. It was
Oh, thank all the gods.
essentially was in
thank
a
God,
giant well full of sand.
Look, it was the best I could do on short notice. Okay? I don't know if you've met Hawk, but he's like obsessed with this sword. You cannot let him know that
And
it's in
rightly
the city.
so. Once this thing gets a hold of you, it is.
Yeah, it got its talons into him pretty deep. We cannot let him ever know that it's anywhere nearby.
Well, we will keep it secret. We'll keep it safe. But it is. it is something and it's probably my reasoning for being so against necromancy and dealings with the devils, because it is something the Arcane Brotherhood could possibly make. It is within their purview to make something as evil as that if they allow.
But Anthar, if they could make something like this, could they not also discover the method of unmaking it?
We could, but you are fighting many different powerful forces inside that sword. It is.
I'm not saying this is something we can do now. Perhaps if we can work together to defeat Tiamat, you can find trust enough to let the Arcane Brotherhood attempt to destroy such a powerful artifact.
I'm not letting the Arcane... As soon as someone finds out that we have that in our possession, there are going to be necromancers and warlocks and sorcerers of the evil variety trying to come and lay claim to it. Maybe even possibly sell it off. Or this is why we can't trust the entire... Although they do mostly good, it is that element of evil that you just have to make a mistake with them once, and then you feel the results. I could not bear letting this fall into anyone's possession. Even someone responsible, I would not want this.
Very well. In that case, just seal it away somewhere that no one can ever get to it.
Very well. We'll keep onto it here. We'll send, once we get word back from Eltruel, we'll lock it in the same place that we have the Black Dragon mask locked up.
But it might be wise to keep them in separate places so that one strike wouldn't give them both.
It's true.
things.
If somehow the cult was able to find out the location of one, they would be able to get both in their hands. We don't want that.
So it's very well. Very well. I will do my best we will keep it in Waterdeep for now, but we will try and move it as fast as possible. I already feel uncomfortable with having such evil in this city like this.
Very well.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that it's no longer able to be found by someone.
Mm-hmm. We will do our best to keep this out of the hands of anyone. We just cannot fathom this weapon being out there. It's amazing you've found it already. It's even more impressive that you took it out of the hands of a Black Worm speaker.
Well, hopefully that won't be the last of our victories.
So you guys exit. You guys exit the meeting with Anthar. You spend the night getting ready, and Hawk smells oddly refreshing and roses. Is that
lavender?
Hey, look, you got a problem. You talk to me. I'm a little hungover, so let's just keep it.
I'm just saying,
civil,
you
okay?
smell much more pleasant than usual, Hawk.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if you know this, but you've kind of got a pong, like a real reek that follows
Did you get
around.
drunk and bathe?
Look, we're not judging your night, okay? Like, it's run the town for one time in the history of
And
being
Skiz and
the
I
town.
lived it up. We got in a card game with some of those Arcane Brotherhood guys. Those dudes like to party.
I just dreamed that me and the sword are back together, guys. It was so great.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys...
Keep
yeah.
dreaming.
Yeah, let's head to the Arcane Brotherhood and get our teleport on.
Okay. You're given one scroll that'll carry 6 people back with you.
Mm-hmm.
So they say, good luck and please report your findings as soon as possible. You begin to feel the...
Can you give us a scroll of messaging so we can keep in touch with you?
I still got one of those.
Oh, well, never mind.
Maybe another one?
I think. Yep.
Yeah, we
Scroll sending.
We only got 1 or 2 actually.
Again, you begin to feel the warmth of the teleportation circle begin to
Oh,
activate beneath you as you see
God.
the waves of mana begin to wave in front of you, and then pop! You find yourself at a teleportation stone in the Misty Forest as Hawk just evacuates himself.
Hawk, you gotta stop doing that. I thought you had a strong stomach.
Oh, just this magic stuff makes me all queasy.
I don't think it's just the magic this time, Hawk.
And a couple good barrels of ale.
So you've been given a map to find your way from the teleportation circle to Altand. It's a couple of hours walking in the forest, and it's the mist is quite thick at the bottom. For the purposes of game, any perceptions checks made outside of 30 feet are at disadvantage because it's very thick. Mm-hmm. You feel the condensation already beginning to stick to your body. As you come up, you can already smell that acrid, poisony type of smell. As you no longer need the map; you can just follow the scent of the stuff. And as you see in the distance, you can see what appears to be torches and fires at the bottom through the light. You can see shadowy figures as you get closer and closer, and you notice that it looks to be what's left of the village of Altan. And you see people bandaged up, sitting beneath a tree bough, as people are administering first aid to people who just look to be in dire need.
Palo rushes over to anyone who's unattended and starts helping out with medicine.
Yeah. Give me a medicine check of 15.
Will do. That is 11 plus 8 is 19.
Yeah. You begin to see the first thing that you notice is a lot of breaks and fractures. That it looks like, as you look up, you can see the remnants of the village in the forest, as it's a two-tiered type of village. You can see a lot of the huts have been destroyed, and a lot of the bridges that connected the trees together have been broken, and it looks like bridges fell with people on them as they fell down.
Palo sets to work setting bones and making splints.
Yeah. You notice there's also a lot of green blistering, looks like severe poisoning.
What did this? What attacked you?
You see the one woman you're attending say, it came from the ground. It was just a giant green dragon came up and just assaulted us.
From under the earth?
No, from below, from on the ground on the tree.
We're in
Right, you live up there.
We used to live up there. There's nothing left up there. This is all we have left.
You have your lives. You can rebuild.
You see her kind of dazed, and you notice that she has a couple of blisters on her neck and on her arm where she's had her,
Might want
her arm broken.
to get a salve for those.
You have definitely been tested this day, but you still live. You can still make the most of it.
There were people in robes, and they appeared almost like green dragon people, and they had just black and green robes with images of dragons on them.
How long ago was this?
It's a couple of days ago, I think. I can't even be sure.
The cultists are near, guys.
I hear from one guy cough and sputter. He's got green foam coming out of his as he tries to talk outside the side of his mouth. He says, that one cultist, he was wearing nothing but green. He was riding the dragon too. He had some type of mask on his face. He just came swooping in and obliterated all the stuff upstairs. All the people upstairs. We only survived because we were already on the ground. Just anyone who was up in the trees was killed instantly.
Does that include your wood elf priest, whose name I'm sure we were told, but I didn't get the chance to write down?
No, you actually didn't get her name.
Oh, okay.
And you see head sinking, the mood drops. Says she was on the ground with the rest of us when the dragon landed, and he just snatched her up in one gulp, and she tried her best to defend and reason, or to engage with the dragon, but he gave her no quarter. He just snapped her up and just chomped her down.
He ate her?
Oh yes, it was horrifying. He was licking his lips and cackling with glee.
Whoa.
Oh, goodness.
Do you know which direction they went in?
Oh, we don't know. The attack stopped suddenly. The cultists all jumped onto the back of the dragon and flew off. We don't know the direction in the chaos.
What are there any interesting things of note here in the forest, like temples or cave systems, or anywhere that they could hide or be going to? Any places of interest?
Good question.
Only temples to our local gods around here. That this was out of nowhere. We do our best to clear our borders and our lands of this type of evil. It was a complete surprise, and rather short too. It stopped us almost as soon as it stopped.
Did they steal anything?
They did raid the top of the houses for treasures. That seemed to be their main focus, of loading up saddlebags of just coinage and items. They don't even know if it was worth anything. It's whatever they saw, they just snatched and grabbed it. It was almost like a blitz of an attack. This is we've been hearing rumors of this happening elsewhere, but the attacks would last longer. They'd go over for every single last coin they could get, but this one was rather quick. Perhaps you may want to talk to Galen. He's the one left in charge now after we lost our priestess.
Okay.
Which way?
They look around like it's probably the last building that has survived up there. We probably have to rebuild the whole forest, but it's up there. We've terrible. Like it's awful. And you actually notice that there's one rope ladder going up the tree. Mm-hmm. You guys see there was like an elevator and a pulley system to pull yourselves up, but that has all been just annihilated. So you guys don't need to roll climb checks to climb up the ladder, but it's a good 300 feet off the ground.
Jeez.
It wasn't like this.
The whole way up, Skiz is like, oh, we're getting pretty high. It's pretty real shame if somebody slipped.
I liked you better when you were
careful.
Raven.
Oh, we're
Careful.
climbing up the trees?
Yeah.
Pela just runs straight up the tree.
Okay.
As long as I don't stop moving,
Yeah,
I can continue moving up vertical surfaces.
Show off. Give me an acrobatics check, difficulty 10.
Oh, okay. Well, my acrobatics is 9, and
Yeah.
I rolled a 9.
As you go running up, you notice you actually have to dodge around areas in the tree that look like they've been burnt and blistered by poison. So you kind of like just as a serpentine pattern go up the tree, wait for everyone to get up the top. But you,
Yeah, Pela's like happily sitting, like swinging her legs over the edge. But by the time you guys get up there,
as you can just feel like the remnants of the platform is slick with poison, and it's again that acrid smell to it as you come up. And so it smells like the heat of the poison actually had some bit of ignition. There's like small remnants of smoke and
nasty.
fire.
Pela grabs like a loose piece of wood and actually starts like scraping it off,
making
making a clearing.
that wood is also covered in poison.
Well, that's fine. It doesn't matter to me. I'm immune.
Yeah,
I'm clearing it up for these guys.
Yeah. So as you guys come up, you feel like the wood has actually gone. Used to like traditionally, you know, his hardwood has actually gone a little bit soft because of the
Poison flame doesn't burn.
Better watch your step, Vondel.
Poison flame doesn't burn hot enough to burn wood.
Got a lot of armor on.
I know.
You notice that a lot of the safety railings have just been obliterated. That there are different patches that have just rotted away now due to the poison. And you notice that there's actually a path to one house. It looks like it's sustained some damage, but not a substantial amount of damage. You step into this modest dwelling. There's a slim elf sitting at a desk. He stands to greet you with a very forced smile. You notice that he has a raven in a cage nearby. He looks very haggard, very tired. And he says, "Welcome to the village. How can I be of service to you?"
I think it's more us that are going to be of service to you, good sir. Looks like you've got a dragon problem.
Oh, man, it was...
Do we?
I can't... It's bewildering. We've lost our leadership. We've lost our will to continue. I don't even know if we can keep this subtle.
We've been sent by the Council of Waterdeep to come and help you and find this dragon and eliminate your problem. Maybe you've heard of us.
We are Pela and the Dragon Slayers. That's Pela.
Hi. It's good to hear we actually have Dragon Slayers in
It's actually Tarek and the Head Smashers featuring Pela Dragon Slayer.
I have heard of Tarek and the Head Smashers.
That's also us. We're kind of like experimenting with a brand change. You know,
it's a workshop right now.
we're
which one do you
specializing in
prefer?
dragons
We need to
more.
get some
Tarek and the Head
feedback.
Smashers featuring Pela
I'm going
Dragon
to
Anyone
start
could
surveying
smash
to fill
ahead.
out here. So would you say...
To be honest, I would prefer Dragon Slayers right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so this is like,
that's what I'm saying. We're
we gotta play
featuring
to
a
the
Dragon
market.
Slayer.
There's demand for dragon slaying. There's no demand for head smashing right now.
All right,
So.
we can worry about the name minutia later.
That market with the blood and brains of my enemies. Good one.
All right. So we were told that unfortunately your priestess was killed. I'm sorry for your loss.
You see him kind of just like grab or put his face into his palm and just.
Right.
You see him trying to hold back the tears.
We are here to speak to the person who was left in charge, named Galen.
That's
Galen for dying too.
Oh,
Yeah,
Galen.
Galen.
So we're here to talk to you, and we need all the details that you can provide us so that we can eliminate this threat, because there's something bigger going on than just your village being raided, and it is a tragedy. But we want to stop this tragedy from happening over and over.
You aren't the first village, and you will not be the last if this continues.
No, I'm aware of the other stories, but I mean, I feel like we did our they left suddenly. Like, obviously, they found something, or we scared them off, or who knows what. But I feel like they won't be.
What is? Oh, sorry.
Tell me of your priestess. I heard she was eaten by the dragon.
She, very brave but very foolish. She tried to confront the dragon and dissuade it from attacking us. Or I don't know what she. Why would you go toe to toe with the dragon in the forest? It's a green dragon in the forest.
Because she was brave and believed in protecting you.
Well, her passing is now another passing where she is now.
Did the attack stop shortly after she was eaten?
I don't know. I was on the ground when it happened, so.
Wondering if she was the target.
Yeah, so Vondel was be like, Losi, and I agree with your assumption there. I feel that perhaps there still might be time for this priestess. What was her name, Galen?
So he says it was so Amuel.
Find Amuel.
It's horrific. She was the soul and glue that kept this village together.
Do you have any of her personal effects? Our friend Vondel here is also a priest. He may be able to divine her location if she's still alive.
She was. I saw her get swallowed right down the gullets. I don't know if there would be anything left.
Well, at the very least, perhaps we can locate her corpse, and that will lead us to the villains who did this, so we can avenge her.
He says, "Well, good luck. Where does the green dragon poop in the woods?"
Wherever it wants.
Well, we are in her establishment right now. So,
Vondel, do you think Palor can help you locate her?
Yeah, I'll spend a couple minutes once again ritualing divine.
Baylor.
Divination.
I know I called you earlier today.
No, that was weeks ago.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
It's been weeks.
While he's doing that, I'm going to look around her stuff to see if I can, find any reference to dragons or any reason why she might have been targeted.
give me an investigation check.
Alrighty.
It's my investigation.
Difficulty 15.
Ooh.
Nope.
So I guess my question would be...
He also says like the raven was also her own personal pet and companion as well.
Oh, yeah.
Skiz is like hitting on the raven right now. It's like, what are you in for? Yeah, I've done some time.
Oh, does Skiz speak raven?
He can turn into a raven.
But does he speak raven if he turns into a raven?
No.
Okay.
Would ravens speak?
Yeah, well, I don't think ravens have a language per se.
But they have...
But you can speak with animals, so...
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
They could communicate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody have to speak with animals?
No.
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 I could have it, but I don't have it, I don't think. I think I could have it anyway.
A few more levels, guys. I'll figure that out. Don't worry.
So what are you gonna divine on?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna divine on...
Where the green dragon is.
Yeah, the question is...
I guess it would be better just to ask where the dragon
Yeah.
was rather than her.
Yeah.
I'll say the things you can divine are her chair, the raven, and a writing quill.
To use to...
As like a focus?
Quill.
All right, yeah, so... well, I guess...
I was going to say the raven.
I guess
It doesn't
I
matter.
also ask a
It's
general question about whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna ask just where the dragon's like lair is, I suppose.
Palor, lead us to our quarry.
Yeah, Pale lead us to our quarry, I guess would be a good question.
You sit down in prayer, and you again feel like having another out of body experience as you begin to look through the eyes of various animals. First, you are actually looking at yourself through metal bars. As you look, you see the raven is kind of looking around, and then it blinks, and then you find yourself somewhere in the forest, and you notice like you're a squirrel running along the top of a tree branch. And then you blink again, and you're now a fox running through the brush. And you just feel this pull of southeast towards you.
Okay.
And you actually, as the fox comes up, it sits down and it looks, and you can see a giant patch of flattened out grass. As the fox looks down, you can kind of go through its senses and feel like, again, that acrid, poisony smell, as he looks like something large here depressed the grass in this area, and not too far off from the village as well. As you blink again, and you're in the eyes of an owl as you come flying by, and you actually notice that the mist in the forest now begins to turn from white smoky mist to actually putrid green mist as it begins to fly in. You actually notice that the thickets around this area begin to get thicker and thicker and denser as You can look down and see there's actually a thicket maze that has been developed, and you can actually see like spider webs and thicker mist as it begins to develop. As you come flying down, it perches on a branch, and you actually see this beautiful waterfall that's just this emerald green water is just pouring over the side, creating like a watery mist. You actually see this great finned, a big circular finned dragon that goes all the way down its back, comes up, and it looks around and it sniffs. It makes direct eye contact with the owl and kind of grimaces and just reaches out and snaps it shut. And you just notice as the owl gets eaten and goes down the gullet of the.
Does it see the priestess down there?
Is she in there?
Actually, give me a perception check.
I would have thought as soon as it got bitten, it like gone completely black.
That would be 19.
Yeah, you can actually see what appears to be some remnants of some religious artifact in the stomach.
Yeah, she dead. She dead, folks.
All right. I described my vision to my companions.
It got pretty gross by the end
Towards the end
there,
there,
Vinyl.
yeah.
Just need to include that bit.
You did find her though.
A good story always has great editing.
So the dragon isn't far away. We can still catch up with it and extract vengeance.
Yeah.
Vengeance.
It seems like the journey itself will not be easy. I am particularly not looking forward to this maze.
Says, well,
Why can't we just fly over it?
Only 3 of us can fly at any given time.
Yeah, also this forest is
huge.
covered with humongous trees.
Yeah, it's like Endor.
Do you have an inkling of what direction it's in, or
yeah,
where we should head?
Yeah,
To the southeast?
Yeah.
I think if we were above the tree line, we wouldn't really be able to see where we were going.
Yeah.
We'd just see a bunch of trees.
But this maze in particular, I'm saying, why go through it when we can go over it?
Yeah, that might be doable.
Yeah, we'll see when we get there. But yeah, to the southeast, I feel is where the worm speaker will be.
I feel we should go that way.
Okay.
you say worm speakers. The people talk of worms. There was no worm speaker. It's just a cultist attack people.
Yeah, no, I assure you there are worm speakers.
They're totally real.
Okay.
We've run into 2 of them already.
Yeah, definitely.
But not in this area. This is total hogwash that you're talking
Man,
about.
you just got almost killed by a dragon. I would think you'd be a little more open-minded about this sort of thing.
The dragon was what? It was all that was needed. Is just people talking in fear of.
No, there is a cult that is like totally just focusing on working with dragons to do shit like this.
I'm aware.
Yeah,
of
I'm
the
not sure why
cult.
you're so skeptical about this. We're kind of the experts on the subject,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you,
Oh,
you got a worm speaker problem,
I was
and that's going to cost extra.
I was here for the attack. There wasn't. There wasn't.
Dr.
a worm
Fegman.
speaker.
What does it cost to repair a hotel grand hall?
He says. I can assure you, I was here during the attack, and there was no worm speaker or people dressed in green.
I guess we'll find out once
give
we
me an insight
retrieve
roll.
the. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Insight. I'm great at insight.
18.
Yep.
I rolled a 20 with plus 8 is 28.
Yeah, 19.
I rolled 8.
Critical success. I see through to the heart
Oh,
of
nice.
him.
18.
Yeah, so everyone got 18 or higher. You can definitely see like he's kind of like doing that nervous like word speaker. You're talking nonsense.
Pela stalks directly up to him, looking straight up, waves her finger in his face, and she's like, "You're not telling us everything."
I lift Pale up so she can look.
Thank you.
Right there.
Is this
Say
guy,
hello to my little friend.
this guy's an elf?
Yes.
Okay, so Hawk says in flawless Elvish, you better listen to her and give us the straight truth here, sir.
I look over at
That's very,
Hawk.
not very
Like,
hawkish. is it?
Yeah, very good.
I
I think it's the first time we've heard him speak Elvish,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's hot.
Anything other than common, really.
Yeah.
I say in Orcish, well said, Hawk.
I say back in Orcish, thank you.
You see him begin to break down and cry, and he says,
Yeah,
cry,
you made him
little man.
cry, Pela. Oh.
Well, I didn't mean to make him cry. Look, tell us the truth.
Come on, man. It's not so bad. They're there.
he just begins to weep over. He's like, the dragon killed my wife right in front of me. It was terrible. That is what I was hiding, is that she was consumed right in front of me.
Wait, you were married to the priestess?
And he
Why are we trying to hide that?
He says, I fear reprisals in case they come back and try and take more. I have to protect this place.
Why would they secret prizes on you for telling us that you were married.
Give me another insight check.
Yeah, that seems odd.
18?
23.
Yeah, I have 25.
He's not lying, but you can definitely tell he's omitting the truth.
Well, yeah, because that doesn't make any sense. I didn't need to roll for that.
Yeah.
Look, Galen, is that your name?
Yeah.
He said, yes.
Look, we are kind of professionals in this. We are here to destroy whatever evil force has visited this horrible attack on you and to ensure that they pay in blood for what they've done to you and yours. Now, if there's something you're holding back and not telling us, that could make the difference in our success. We need you to be 100% honest with us so that we can bring the full force of the God's vengeance down upon them.
He just full on weeps now as he clumps to the ground.
Keep it together, Galen. Come on.
He says, I cut a deal with the rider in green. I promised him that I would give him intelligence and information about the surrounding areas if they would just leave this village alone.
Well, they have obviously not held up their end of the bargain.
But they said they wouldn't come back. They said it was after I saw him consume my wife that I made the deal. I meet with him every now and then to just tell him what I know, and I've endangered you now because I'm going to have to tell him of that I know you're here.
Galen. No, my friend. Now that you've opened up to us, we can protect you. Where are you going to meet with him and when?
There's a patch just down the way that I send a signal out, and he comes to meet me.
Very well. We should arrange a meeting, except this time you shall not be alone.
Do you know much about green dragons in the forest? He knows
all the animals.
he knows everything.
True.
He sees everything. It's impossible to track him. He's a master of this area. The only way to survive is to cut a deal with him.
Or to destroy him, which is what we are here
That's
to do
right.
for you. It is not your fault for being weak, Galen, but now people of strength have arrived who will fight on your behalf.
Yeah, we will cut him a deal.
That's pretty funny, actually. Yeah.
He says,
That's funny in every language.
he says, I certainly hope you can. I did everything to try and save these people. They wanted the money, so I told the people to be on the ground when the dragon showed up to try and minimize the losses, because I knew they'd be searching the tops. I'm so ashamed. I'm so sorry that I've done this to everybody.
What's this money again? Sorry, just
It's money. We have none left.
We don't need any more. Look,
don't need.
Galen, you can atone for your weakness by helping us entrap this dragon and setting it up for our own ambush.
How are you going to trap him? He knows everything. He sees everything.
This is a good question. I could make us look like somebody else, but we would still.
He's
clearly be
probably
people.
watching us right now.
Yeah, you can probably see us through the eyes of this here,
Raven?
with here raven.
Skis,
Really?
blindfold that raven.
Like, all right, boss. You see, like he rises up. He's shaking the cage. He's like, Raven, put on this blindfold. You hear like a caw, caw. Like this raven just bouncing around the inside. It's like does anyone have a raven-sized blindfold? Like,
just grabs a blanket and throws it over the cage.
We put it outside too, so it can't hear us.
Just let the raven get the raven out of here.
you just want to leave the raven in the blanket, or
Let's put it outside in the cage, I guess.
all right,
Yeah.
The blanket over it. Stupid raven. Well, yeah. How are we gonna?
Well, if he knows you're already trying to ambush him, he'll surely spring a trap.
Aha!
The old reverse
And then-
ambush trap.
Yeah, and then we spring a trap on his trap, and then it's a triple trap.
Yeah. Triple reverse ambush trap.
Yes. The old triple reverse.
Well,
No
let's
problem.
think about how we do that.
Yeah.
So first we got to figure out where we were going to trap him and where he would trap us if we were going to trap him there. And then we place a trap for him where he was going to trap us where we were going to trap him.
Wait, what if he pulls a quadruple trap? Then we'd be trapped.
Such a thing has never been done.
No one's
Guys,
ever
I
pulled
think you're
off-
overthinking this. I think any trap it would be the dragon itself. He's simply going to attempt to deal with us with
That's an interesting
his
theory.
force of might. I don't think he's going to try to, get us with punji sticks or anything like that.
It could be like a tricky dragon.
He says green dragons are the trickiest. That's what
See?
they live for. They're
Tricksters.
pure ambush predators too. That's how they enjoy.
No,
I think-
well, then I stand corrected.
Given how
Should
Totally
we
tricky
make
it is,
ourselves?
the quadruple trap could be a play.
Should we make ourselves? I guess the only way we're gonna draw this thing out
Okay.
is if we make ourselves bait and have it hunt us and hope. That doesn't seem like a good idea.
What do
1, 2, 3, not bait!
I volunteer. Caleb puts up her head.
I call not bait!
What do dragons love?
This
Only buddy, somebody knew invisibility.
you knew.
I do.
You do know that
Just for
from,
me.
from Malflub or Marflub's and Macath's description of green dragons that their favorite treasure is people
People, yeah, they like to abduct.
They take slaves and prisoners.
and torment them. Yeah.
What kind of prisoners?
Should we
do they-
try and taunt the dream?
Well,
dragon?
we could make ourselves look like
Wait.
slaves that
Galen, did you happen to
Galen's
give him?
trying to give the dragon.
Did
What?
you happen to give him a location of another nearby village or something to go after or attack?
I gave him
Pretty low if you did that, but
I did to save the village though. I mean,
Right. What's the next? What do you have any idea what the next village will be that he'll attack?
I don't know it's whatever he chooses at the time.
Well,
he
what
just
if,
may be sitting in his lair right now, just relaxing on the prisoners he's taken or captured.
What if dragons like ladies in distress? Maybe if there was like I'm just spitballing. If there's like a lady orc who was walking through the forest by herself.
Yeah, I think we could try
She
to
would
make
never expect it was me, not hapless lady Hakalina. You see?
yeah.
Where would you hide your weapons, Hawk?
You don't ask a lady these things.
It was like. Is that a rule? I guess I wouldn't know if that's a rule.
Yeah, you don't
We
need
could
weapons.
disguise them as lady things, like a basket.
But he would
fruit.
he would see you prepare for this stuff. He would know. He knows everything that goes on here.
Well, I'll just get started, and you guys figure out.
I think
the
you're
Okay,
overestimating this dragon's
Alright.
omniscience. He can't be everywhere at once.
Well,
Right.
it sees through all the eyes of the beasts, though. and
Yeah.
there are
Actually, you know what?
beasts everywhere.
Tarek kind of an
That's-
idea kind of comes up to Tarek, and he walks outside, walks over to the raven, lifts up the blanket. It's like, "Hey, green dragon, we're coming to kill you. How about you come find us, or if you're man enough, come out and face us, and we will kill you and destroy you."
See,
that is
that's one way to do it.
Okay, all right.
And then walks back in.
That was really, the direct approach. Which
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just gonna go get the costume on, and then we'll connect at 5. Is that for you guys?
All right, suit up.
You actually hear the raven begin to just fidget in the cage and looks like
Right,
it's trying to get out of it.
Right.
It's like tapping on the lock of the cage, like tap tap
Oh.
tap 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 tap.
Oh, well,
tap.
Okay, well, Tarek thinks back to some stories. It was like, and trying to remember is like, green dragons trying to lure people or taunt people with like animals.
While Tarek's
leading them
thinking
back.
about that, I open the
So,
cage.
yeah, I was like, oh yeah, there's a story. It's like,
What?
I was about to.
I already let it free, guy.
You notice that the raven jumps down, and in the residue of poison on the wood floor, it begins to scratch in a message, and it says, "Bring it on, you smallings.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah, that's a smart raven, huh?
My treasure is vast. You are not even worthy enough to look at it."
Oh.
Oh.
Where is it, though? I mean,
Where are
if we
you?
want, just in case we were worthy, where would we find it?
Vondel saw it already, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You know where it is?
Southeast.
I was like,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah. All right.
We've just now given him a heads up, so let's be prepared for a trap if we
Yeah.
can at all do that.
Yeah, temporary points.
I suggest I go in first, since hopefully if it's using some kind of poison, I'll be okay.
Hey, wait a second. Galen, If this dragon sees everything that happens in the forest, why does he need you as an informant?
Hey, yeah. Question.
Yeah, good question.
Catalina, where did you come from?
I don't know.
I don't know. That was one of the demands he made of me to save the people. It's simply what he demanded to save the people here. I don't know. Everyone give me just like straight up intelligence or history or nature check.
Oh, history?
Yeah. Basic. 15 if you want.
Got it.
Yeah, I got it.
5.
Again, you remember from Marflub's and Macac's construction that they're supreme manipulators, and being able to just destroy people mentally is...
So he's just fucking with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, Galen, you're being played, fool. Jeez, think things out.
Yeah, this isn't very plausible.
I hate to put it this way, but you kind of lost your way for nothing. I mean, you know.
But it's so handsome.
Rolling for tears.
No, so you just see all the
Freedom
color.
emotional distress.
His face just hangs. You see all the color just leaves his face.
Are you going to make him commit suicide?
So he just kind of like staggers outside, and you see him go for...
Oh
Give me a reflex check.
no! Whoa, Galen.
Yeah.
Dexterity?
Whoever gets the high... Or I'm going to say 3 people can do it.
Nope.
What do we say? Dexterity?
No, it's a contested roll, so just tell me what the number you got.
I'm going to tap.
Of what? What are we rolling?
Dexterity.
So I got 11.
That's my...
Dexterity.
the dude's about to commit suicide. 18.
Yeah, I'll tap
Straight
Taylor.
dex? Is this a save? Or?
Yeah, it's a save.
That's 19 dex.
Yeah, Pele, you see Galen just doesn't even care that there's no platform for him, just steps one up. As he begins to go off, you just grab him by the back of the shirt.
I'd throw my magic rope and leash it around him and pull him back from the edge.
It's like, no, I've given up everything for nothing. I don't even know if he's going to not attack again. I've been such a fool.
This community is going to need someone to help lead it to rebuild.
Not this guy.
That is how you make your atonement. There's no way that you can make things better or atone for your actions in death. Only life can do that.
We should just make him face the justice of his people.
Oh, good idea.
Oh, we shouldn't tell them what he did. No, they'll kill him.
Oh. Well, if that's what they do.
Well, we could kill him then, just, save
No, we're
him.
not killing him.
No, we don't need to kill him.
Okay.
Give me a persuasion check, and I'll give you advantage on it as well.
Yay! Okay, that's the only way I can possibly get a good charisma roll.
15 is what you need.
17 and 8, so I'll take the 17.
Yep. You see him. I must atone. It is what Amuel would have wanted. I must. You are right. I shall stay, and I shall do what's right for my people.
Live for her memory and do better.
Yeah, a lot better. You've got a huge room for improvement, Galen.
Do you have any way of helping us navigate through these forests so we won't be caught unaware?
He
Ah,
says the dragon, he controls the area, so he manipulates it to his will. So whatever you encounter, and if you begin to succeed at it, he can just simply change it to strengthen his own needs.
Well, that sounds terrifying. We're in for a pretty tough one, I think, this time.
It's a good thing I have Lumen's tiny hut. So we can make a
that-
hut
well,
for ourselves and have a safe place to rest.
be in a hut.
That's how we can't just walk around in that hut.
We're going to need to rest at some point.
It's actually just a cardboard box. You just walk around.
Yeah, it's Metal Gear Solid.
I'm going to slide down that hill with this box.
Can't get inside my mansion.
Tiny little
It's
mansion.
no Homer's Club.
Like twinkle toes noises.
He says, I hope you do succeed. I am not strong enough, but I hope you guys are strong enough to exact revenge on...
Yeah.
We're not Galen. We will free you from this curse.
All right.
We are Dragon Slayers and we are Head Smashers. And we're going to take care of your problem.
Mostly dragon slayers these days.
He nods, and we're going to end it there.